First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Black Series Edition LLC. Now, for those of you wondering why we are doing all these videos on these crazy videos, it's because we are basically building a new company. We have a company I want to work with, our gaming technology, and basically we're going to be doing all kinds of cool stuff on our website, as in building these crazy PCs, and on top of that, introducing different new types of projection screens, gaming screen paint, which I like to make. So we got that flex screen technology coming out pretty soon, and we've got some pretty interesting gaming applications and stuff we're working on some new stuff. So I got to thinking about the fishbowl, and I was going to go with the thinner boxes, but I want it to be sturdy. We need to be sturdy because we got to do a lot of cutting into it, and I want to make sure it's not going to collapse. So there's going to be a lot of stuff on the top of this base. What are you about to do? I just saw you about to jump up on something. So there's going to be a lot of stuff on top of this base, and it's going to have to be very sturdy. So with that being said, we're going to go with the thicker base. But we're also going to cut and drop the tubes in so the case is not too high. I'm over here looking at some transparent tubes, because if we're designing the fishbowl, we can't have anything like sticking out, like any brown corners or nothing like that, you know what I mean? We need to look like a fish tank. That's what we need to do. So we can't have any cardboard tubes, because again, it's going to throw off the design. So I'm going to be using clear tubes instead, because with the clear tubes, with the clear tubes, I'm going to be able to hide and show off a more of a realistic design when it comes to our plexiglass. That's what we're checking out right now. About to put our order in. We find that. So we're going to build the base here. We already got what do we need right there to actually add all the computer parts to. And basically we're going to turn, it's going to be a little larger than this, of course, into our fish tank. And the plexiglass, which I found perfect. Plexiglass is 14 inches high by 11 feet wide. So judging this is around here, is around 3 inches from here, and then 14 feet, this will be another 3 inches here. So we can adjust the size we want, and cut and fit the tubes up in there. The tubes are about 2 inches wide, and they are around 14 feet, 14 inches, right? 14 feet, 14 inches high. So I'm designing all these new PCs because, again, I'm building a company, another one. And yeah, it's going to be wrapped around all things gaming. So I've got a lot of people on board to see the new technology. We're going to be working for the gaming community. And I told you, got a company already interested in that invisible Apex Gamer technology, which you're going to be using for gaming simulators. So yeah, we're going to be doing a lot of crazy stuff, floors, all kinds of stuff. And we're going to be using some of that interactive software to do it too. So it comes down to, at the end of the day, as I told you before, that, and people think I kept saying gray screens because of one person. No, the gray screens don't work. They can't give you the contrast level. You have to have this in gaming. It's very important. If not, you're going to be forced to go out and spend money for an expensive projector to try to get that back, and that's going to cost you more money on top of that. So it has to be on a black screen. And those of you who disagree with me, well, here you do. You play Call of Duty on a night mission. Turn all your lights on, see how it works out for you. And I'll show you what Call of Duty is like on our end, and a black technology in a max out environment with the lights on. one, too big. Which way you want to size this up? Look at this. Look at this. I put it in that case over there. Oh, what are you doing? Fighting stuff again? No, he's fighting something. Taco second. Cat James. That's Cat James. Cat James. Wow. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. You're gonna put that over. You're gonna be, what does this do? Leave it alone. If you ain't helping to build it, leave it alone. Hey. Again, leave it alone. Look at this joker. Trying to be slick and slow about and mess at the same time. Hey, Taco. 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 Gee whiz. Come here. Come here. Always doing something. Leave it alone. All the toys in the world, you put right over there where the piece is at, so you can figure a way to knock it over. Leave it alone. Please. We need to go buy our stands for this too. I seem to be a little drunk. Okay. I'm gonna go with the thinner boxes. How sturdy the thinner box is gonna be. You have to drop a lot of weight on the thing. Definitely don't need this. Actually, we can use this. We move this back a little bit. That'll be perfect. Because the power supply is going to be here. This is much better. Power supply is going to be here. We're definitely going to have to put a panel here. Definitely. Because we need to open up a port to push that air through from that power supply from out here. So we're definitely going to have to have something here. We have to put a panel on this side right here so that we can get the power supply to air push out. Okay, that's not a problem right there. So one panel here, fish tank it all the way around. And this is actually not too wide, not too big, perfect. The one over there just needs its ports, which I'll be ordering soon. And then after that, paint job. I have to go get some heavy duct tape so I can basically cause a little texture for it. So I'm going to do a special design for that one. Let me see. Alright. Alright, just came up with a whole bunch of these things. Where in the world? I just came back with a whole mess of it. Wait a minute. Where'd it go? Just came back with a bunch of them. I'm thinking we work on these because next week we're going to be showing off several different forms of screen paint. Showing off some of our new technology we're working on. And I want some new PCs built for my new gaming website. Do my walkthrough of Japan. Excuse me, people. Right, where are you? Now, to clear something with somebody at the end of the day, so you can understand, you can't report me to the post office. You know why? Because when I go to the post office, I show them the stuff I'm working on. They see all the designs I'm working on involving boxes, things I built in the day. Only way you can get in trouble is you're using these boxes for doing something for illegal activity. You know, like basically contacting people, sending stuff to their houses that you're not supposed to do while using the United States Postal Service. That will get you in trouble. But if I was taking these boxes and I was doing something illegal, like, drugs, weapons, stuff like that, that'll get me in a lot of trouble. What I'm doing won't get me in any trouble whatsoever. Matter of fact, they'd just be curious, which I told them I'm actually building the PC out of your boxes, and they wouldn't see pictures of it. Wah, 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 wah. Yeah, you know who. The person doesn't have a life contacting with that dumb nonsense. I know people work at the post office. I even know Postmaster General. I know one of those too. Yep, that's the one that's looking over his stuff. Yeah, so yeah, this guy always tries some fake threat. It was supposed to. That's when it contacts someone to be 100 million thousand something. You couldn't get the number right. And then it was supposed to be 80 million, and then it was supposed to be 40 million, and then it was supposed to be 50,000. Then he was supposed to be taking the office space, and he was supposed to be kick my cat in the head or take my cat from me, and then take the barbecue sauce from me, which is weird. And then he was supposed to be calling zoning about me living here, all kinds of stuff. Messages. All your stuff is basically logged in. Because again, like I said, we want to use it against your buddy and you. But again, like I said, empty threats, as always. Well, if I had a quarter for every time I heard someone said that they were going to basically destroy my company, I'd be a super rich man by now. I heard it all before. Let me explain something to you. I'm a research junkie at the end of the day. I research everything. I mean, literally everything. Before I do something, I research it. So I'm fully acknowledging exactly what I'm getting myself into before I do it. I just don't make things up as I go along. Because again, I can get you into a lot of trouble. And then you bump into somebody like me, who's a research junkie, and basically, I'll pull your world apart. I deal with research junkies all the time. That's why I go to forum sites all the time, my technology. Whatever the best place to go in there and test my technology. Well, that's interesting. That's why I like the forum sites. Because the forum sites sharpen my skills. They ask me all kinds of questions in there. That's what I like about them. You have to be careful about the words you speak. Because the very words you speak can actually come against you. Very careful. Your own words can be made real and put against you. I expect to be very careful about what you say and who you say it to. I didn't just watch that happen. I watched the guy come in, make claims that he was going to expose me, destroy my company, get me locked up, thrown in jail, all kinds of stuff. You know what's happening? Business is gone. Well, you can't do anything with it. Even if he brings it back, you still can't do nothing with it. It's going to jail. It's getting sued. So, yeah, and he lost his business because, again, he can't do anything with that thing. Gotta be careful what you say to people at the end of the day. It can come back to get you. Very, very dangerous. God knows what you think before you think it. Any evil thought you have about me, my Lord is my protector. Think about that. Very things can fall upon your own head. I watched that happen when I threw out the Christian one time to shoot him. Almost got shot myself. That's the fastest reaction I've ever seen in my life. Yep, and I got shot myself. I learned from that day on. Gotta be careful what you say. Okay, I'm going to use these tassels for the fan right over there. Okay, so now I got an idea of what I'm going to be doing. I'm trying to think of a theme for that PC. I do want to light up RGBs. My paint job, I like the paint job that I did on the case. Had that kind of mixed powder design, multiple pat down, beautiful neon colors display. So I want to do something like with this one. I paint the whole thing black, and then go in and basically probably paint, I don't know what different color, I want each box to be something different. But I want to have a little splatter effect coming off, like each box coming off a splatter effect connecting to the next. And I do want to do a multicolored kind of trace all around it of blue, pink, and let's see, blue, pink, yellow. Blue, pink, and yellow. Actually, that'd be pretty. And a little green there would be gorgeous. Of a pat job, layer over layer. And that would definitely glow. Definitely glow if we put in. We're definitely going to mix this stuff with a really high fluorescent powder to get it to react even faster. Yeah, that'll definitely be nice. And then we're going to put a kind of a lip system in so the light can push off of it. We're going to coat that in a high fluorescent bright white with that activator in it. So that way when the LED lights go off and hit it, it actually it's exploding in that section everywhere they land. Because we're going to use chasers in there. Flat laser system that flat LED light system that lays flat. So that way it looks like a laser trace running off through it. And everything on there is going to be RGB. Everything. See, I don't get that, man. Why did Hollywood gotta mess everything up? The Wizard of Oz is a classic. There's no such thing as the witch can't get along with anybody. The witch hated everybody. That's what made it so amazing. She's just so bitter, so evil. And she tormented them. And she, that's what made it so scary and so interesting at the same time. They ain't making the witch. I'm thinking, I don't know what that is, Dorothy at the end of the day, holding hands. What really? It's stupid. Why don't I just leave stuff alone? She was the dumbest thing I've heard of my entire life. The whole version of Wicked West is basically witch popping up, you know what I mean? And got this magical, beautiful land, and you got this witch chasing with these crazy monkeys at the end of the day. Man, I unbelievable how Hollywood just screws everything up sometimes. Man, that was the most scariest part I remember in The Wizard of Oz. It's a magical movie. If you ever saw it, so you're missing out. But how they did it all in black and white first. And then when she ended up walking through that door and everything went in color, man, it's nothing like that. That's pure genius right there. Pure genius in movie making right there. Did the whole movie, that part in black and white, and the minute the house landed and they opened up that door and she walked in, everything was in this beautiful color. And then where the witch popped up, came out of nowhere, boy, she was no joke at the end of the day. She was no joke. She was not one to play with. But that was made it so scary at the same time, and on top of delightful at the same time. It's like sweet and sour. It's a perfect blend. And now they got the witch for some reason being friends with. Oh my goodness, what the freak? Really? I ain't watching that nonsense. Oh man. I remember as a kid, they had this big green chair. I never forget when she would walk through that area. I never get used to it. And open up that door and see all that color and they be dancing. And say ding dong, the witch is dead, everybody's all happy. And then she just pops up out of nowhere like boom! And they said, no, that's the worst one. That's the wicked witch of the west. She's far worse than this one. Man. When she walked over and looked at her, oh man, it was crazy. She was no joke. She made a threat, she carried it out. She said, "Want some fire, Scarecrow?" That sucker right on fire. That's the classic, man. You can't remake the classics. You just can't. People try, but you can't. That Hollywood magic, the way they made movies back then, you can't remake that. And interesting, all the technology you have today still can't match it. It took a certain kind of actor to do that kind of work. Now today, all this technology now, they're not the same anymore. Real acting was back then when you didn't have all that technology. That's why I like westerns. The westerns today, they're garbage. The westerns back then, far better. Clint Eastwood, Charles Bronson, Yul Brynner, the greats. Those are the best. So what about John Wayne? I wasn't a fan of John Wayne. I didn't care for his movies. Oh, howdy, partner. How you guys doing? Oh, I'm not a big fan of him. Rifleman, another one. Look. Now, it was a Wild Wild West before the Will Smith version of it. The original one. Not the one they did, because it was actually a cartoon. That's not the good one, this now. Right. This is where, remember, kind of backwards. Square in the front, and sauce in the back. And so we got plenty of room to play. The graphic card being here. And when the PC, the graphic card was here, this would have made it hard for me to build on this thing because there's a graphic card right there in the face. I can put my graphic card here instead and get it out of the way. Ooh, I never felt my UFO PC to work on that one too. Now, for those just saying, that's what I'm actually still making screen paint? Yeah. I've got ingredients right there under the table. We're going to make 3 different versions of the Quasar, including the one sitting over there right now. And we have aluminum projection screen technology to develop. The Flex technology we're going to be showing off next week, and we're going to be showing off, what's the other one we're going to be building? Oh, the Phoenix. And Phoenix are already done. They're right there. All I got to do is, recipes are done, already right there. All I got to do is just order everything, put it together, we're in. That's it. So I got plenty of time to do something else. As in work on my PCs, because it's going to be a part of my new company. Man, I fan Legendary. That's right. Phoenix Sniper Day. It's going to be on a site. I got a special bag I got hooked up for a design for that fits inside the bag, folds in, snaps on each side. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to say Legendary on the side of it. And walk that thing in. What was that? That's a Legendary screen. An abbreviation for the new FOE technology sitting on it. The only screen I'm interested in, I'm not interested in your screen paint. You can talk all your trash, we don't care. We've already got our results from you, we're done. The only screen I'm looking at right now, I think that, well, not, I don't think, I just want to know, it's carbon black. That's it. TV. There's one knocking a couple of T's at that thing. Definitely carbon black. I think the only thing we got to find that's worthy of it. What else we gonna get? Gunmetal? No, I think we're seeing black. I'm gonna find out the black's gonna go against it. For those people that are looking to go against it, so maybe if you beat the screen, you can get some YouTube credibility off of it. You know, it's interesting that our technology, literally people, when the label exists, but people literally try to beat our technology to get credibility off our technology. That means our stuff has to be good. And people are fighting to try to get. I'm watching on YouTube. I've seen people try to develop black technology to go against us. They don't want to mention us. If you mention us, you get our attention, then you see what happens. But I've seen them developing black technology. That's good. That's real good. Flooded with black technology. But still, at the end of the day, I don't even care. At the end of the day, when it comes to that level, people think, oh, I don't really care, man. I'm already here. I'm good. As long as I'm here and I can get them contracts at the end of the day, I can get that big money rolling in, I'm good. I'm not trying to capitalize on the whole thing. No. If I want to make black technology, make black technology. Just leave my name out of it. My sights ain't y'all. My sights is a screen that's black. We need another black screen to go against. And if you're trying to develop a technology and you say, hey, we got something here. No, you're going to have to hit our bench, that screen. Whatever we put that thing, that test on the react to, that's what you're going to have to hit in order to make an interest to actually look at your product. So if that thing's running in all commercials, right now, the technology we're engineering here is only going to do commercial only. That's it. So in order for you to be able to say that you have the same thing, you're going to have to be able to be in a commercial environment to do it. A max out environment. So that's the only way. It's a color Quasar. They run in commercials all the time. So if you're going to say you got the same thing as Quasar technology, then get the renting, because you need to be in a commercial environment to do that demonstration. Can you have what we have? Other than that, it's just talk. That's all. I don't know. If I got people that literally will contact me, email me. Contact me on a busy day. Hey, Mr. Bird, how you doing? I developed this screen paint. I think it's better than yours. I'll send them a matching better demonstration of what we do, and I'll never hear from them ever again. It's a waste of my time. You got to show me something. Finish with the matching betters. Then we can talk. Exhaust here. So you have to cut a hole for something for an exhaust here. Excuse me. Now we can't lay it flat. Flat here, we'll take a couple more inches off. And here. Port system will fit right there perfectly. So port will fit there. No problem. We can extend the fan out to here because the port will sit there. No problem. Let me see something. Where's the pen at? This is 14. We're not putting it there, it's just giving an idea how tall the pegs are going to have to be. And where this is going to sit, where the pegs are going to be, it can't hit over this. The pegs are going to be here and here. They're going to be visible pegs, so they're going to be here and there. I'm going to put one large piece of plexiglass here. This is going to connect to a peg here in the center, which is going to be invisible. And we have a peg there that's invisible. This is going to be one long piece here. But the back piece is going to have several pieces that come out. They disconnect. That gives me access to the back with no problem. And then where the motherboard comes at, all the cables come down here. There's a little box here to hide all that. It pushes underneath here. I'm going to put a system here to plug all the cables from the extension from here. All the peripherals that are needed. USB, all that stuff like that can be lined right here. Including the power switch right there. That's how they have their case. All their buttons are at the bottom. So as tall as this is not even going to basically, it's not even like the 14, this is 14. Somebody said 14. 14, yeah, this is 14. So at 14, those poles would have to land right on top of here. That's what it had to do. If we dropped them down, they would basically be too short. So they would have to stay up top. Oh, that's going to be freaking cool. And then push this back here. We have enough room. Drop the power supply there. This gives us plenty enough room here to be able to design whatever we want. Got a huge platform to design whatever we want here. The top we're going to drop, and it's all plexiglass. It's going to be magnetic. Everything, all the size panels back here, 2 of them to give us access here, are magnetic. I like it. Let me make sure this is here. This is the liquid cooling system. It's going to get a little higher up. So let's see. If we're going to basically hit that, or we're going to be too high up for the 14. Nope. Perfect. We got it. Perfect. We got it. I mean, even when we lift up the liquid cooling system, because it has to fit in here, when we lift it up, the other fan is going to be exposed there. We still have enough room to put the top on with no problem. So that's fantastic. It's a perfect fit. Perfect fit. You know why it's a perfect fit? God's design. Because again, like I said, any idea that comes to my head to be to develop and make this stuff comes from God. That's the problem. Man wants to take everything as his creation. It's mine. It's mine. Like, no, God. This is God's design. At the end of the day. Everything I've been blessed to be able to design comes from God. Man, that's perfect. We put the pegs in. Pegs are 14 inches. And 14 inches clear. It's going to be the liquid cooling system. Just right. That's perfectly. Man, this is going to go on quite nicely. I'm so happy with this build. If we had put it on the pedestal we're going to put it on, we definitely would have came up short. Yep. Now, when I'm thinking about it, I might put a port here. If I put a port here, that means that when I bring down the video card, part of it I want it to be sunk in here, because those fans are going to be coated. They don't glow in the dark. And usually sometimes you get glow in the dark fans with your video card, but we got to paint all those. They glow. And what we're going to do is right here, when we put this part so that part of that video card can sink in here right here, we're going to basically make it all fluorescent glow around here. So when that thing lights up, it's going to hit that, and so it's going to spark off this effect. Oh man, I tell you, God is amazing. Ideas we got here are freaking crazy, interesting, amazing, exciting. I can see all of it in my head. All of it. I can see all of it in my head. You know, some people just look at it and just see a bunch of boxes. Some people do see what I see. And we can design our whole entire jungle right through here with no problem. I'm going to turn this thing into a power plant that's going to run the entire jungle. Or that'd be way too big of a case. There's no way in the world. Yeah, the two would have been perfect. 2 is absolutely perfect. 2 is absolutely perfect. Let's experiment with the box. And the 2 is actually perfect. So we're going to do a box, some couple of parts, just to show you some stuff we can do. Some of the parts on the side, some things. We're going to build some hard drive cases. I show you how we manage our wire using our cardboard wire managing system, and then we're going to show you how to basically make a box glow from the inside out. So we're going to be building little prototypes of this and the other, like little parts and stuff. Like, look, this is how you can add this to that. You can add that to this and add that to that. I can literally build my own parts to put other parts together with. Oopsie. That's what we're going to do. So we can't cut out the part for the card yet, the video card, because we have to get it in here. And we're going to be doing a 3050. Of course, it's going to be hard. Okay, that's good. I have to drop some little feet on these things. I get these little cardboard boxes come in. Jewelry boxes. Perfect for making little feet. I'm going to lift this thing up. And that way we can put a light system underneath of it. I feel like my screens have some kind of little heater system. Little thin jewelry boxes at the bottom will fit perfectly. Jewelry boxes. Cardboard jewelry boxes. Craig, oh, sorry, I'm getting it right. Craig in the Creek, the Cardboard King.
Look, it's a new cardboard. Inside's even better. Of course, you can only get
I like that hat.
the passcode to my state-of-the-art security system. Whoops, I put in the wrong code. Follow me.
Oh, they walk, everything, boom, it's huge.
Yeah, there's a lot of online shopping. I have a problem. First up, the card key. I've recreated my favorite video games. My personal favorite, Mrs. Padbox. Amazing. All right. What happened?
Huh.
Comfortable beds that I designed myself. Wow. Surprisingly comfy for cardboard. Huh? Oh, yes.
Yeah, man. That's all that I was like, oh my goodness. And it's just exactly what I would be if I was a kid. Okay, like that. And put in the clear pegs for each side. Large sheet of plexiglass here. 2 feet, exactly 2 feet. That's perfect. Easy size to get at 2 feet. 2 feet by 14 by 2 feet. Plexiglass, 12 by, no choice. Plexiglass, 2 feet by 14. 2 feet by 14 inches. Oh, color display case, what we could do with that. Cut the size plexiglass with a freak. What the freak? What the freak? Oh, they're gonna be our best friends forever. See that page. Plexiglass, 14. Seriously? Plexiglass, 2 feet by 14 inches high. Amazon a custom cut. Two feet is what? 2 feet is 2 feet is 24 inches. I should have known that. Duh. I only got 12 by 24. By 24. Plexiglass, 12 by 24. Plexiglass, 12 by 24. So by 24. That ain't bad, it's actually perfect. 12 by 24 would be perfect. That means we get one whole sheet for this whole section here by itself. And this is going to be how much? Here and here. Ouch. Here and here. That's 14. that's not bad. So we have 12 by 24 across. That's one large sheet. That's what I need. And then for the side here, that's about 14. In the back on the individual panels, so I can actually pull out and get what I need with that extra sheet right there. With 2 panels, so it's going to stay solid. Alright. And now they're done in the back. It'll be perfect. Okay. Gives me ideas. That's everything I need to do. Yep. So now I can get my nuclear jungle completed. And then with this being cardboard, we can basically put a hole right here and put in a nuclear capsule that just hit and hasn't exploded. We can do anything we want in here. We got this whole area to explore and build whatever you want to build. That means that the whatchamacallit won't be in the way. The graphic card. If I did it on the PC, the graphic card sticks out right here, and it'd have been a huge card. It'd have been right dead in the way. Here we can put it right here with no problem. All right, people, I'm done. I don't think I'm doing any screen demonstrations today. I gotta go ahead and do some research, update my website. And tomorrow I'll do some screen demonstration. I have no idea what Thanksgiving is. I think Thanksgiving is 27 or something. When is Thanksgiving? November the 28th. Alright. When is Black Friday?
In the United States of America, Black Friday will be on Friday, November 29th, 2024.
For those of you saying, how do you not know that? Because I don't celebrate Black Friday. I'm never out there shopping. Mine is Cyber Monday. Because I'm online. So you can pay me enough money going to all that madness. Oh yeah, we'll have our usual Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale on our website. I'll tell you. I'm sitting back here thinking about it right now. Not that stuff. No. I really want to send this guy to jail, man. That's a bad place, man. It's a really, really bad place. Don't give us options. We don't give us no options. I'm thinking about it right now. I'm thinking about the day. I'm talking about a few people about it. And basically, not what's going to happen, where he's going to end up at. I'm looking at his site right now. It's a YouTube channel. Man, he gave us no options whatsoever. Not one freaking option. Shame we have to come down to this. I'll tell you something. It must be a really bad place. I mean, a really, really bad place. If a person can do that much stuff to me at the end of the day, treat my family like that, and treat me like that, and carry on the way this guy did at the end of the day, and I'm still basically on the fence about sending you to jail over this nonsense, that tells you how bad this place is. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. You have no idea how bad that place is. I pray and put in God's hands. He's the one that tells me to go forth. There's nothing I can do because everything we did try, it doesn't work. Don't listen. Nothing we can do about it. Nothing. Every Thanksgiving, I gotta go in and put this form through. That's going to start the ball rolling on this thing. You can't stop it once it goes through. And it starts. That's the end of it. And back in my mind, I'm thinking, man, can we just figure a way? We can't. He doesn't listen. He doesn't. We've tried everything in the book, and he doesn't. It's a hard-headed dude. He don't listen. We don't want him to go to jail. Honestly, we really don't. It's a bad place. A very bad place. You don't understand how bad these places are. They're really, really horrible. Like I said, you got to think about it. If this guy did half the stuff to you and your family, you would have beat the crap out of him. You know you would have. But imagine that somebody does this to you, and you're trying your hardest not to send him to jail. That tells you at the end of the day how bad this place is. Because I went through it for a long time. I lived through that stuff. So that tells you how bad it is. When we go in and file that paperwork for those copyrights, man, that is the end of your life. It's gone. You're going to spend the rest of your life in that horrible hell. And that's what it is. It's actually hell. It's about as close as it gets, to tell you the truth, honestly. It's pretty bad. You're going to see some things at the end of the day you will never, ever, ever get out of your head. It'll be with you for the rest of your life. Like I said, life experience. It will stay with you forever. Those who, and I've had friends of mine, people come down to the house to pick up paints and stuff and say, Mr. Bird, you ain't lying. That's not the place you want to be at. That's a very horrible place. It's the closest in to hell to be in that place. Closest in to hell. I don't know. That website, again, reporting on the website don't mean anything to us because, again, we violated those copyrights, man. It's the way you copy, you violated them. I can see if you took the copyright one time and, you had it on your site for a little bit and you took it off, I can let something like that slide. I can. But what you did to it, man, going on and write your name all over it and calling it a scammer and doing what you want. I'm trying to talk to you about this and get nasty with me and you got nasty with my family members. Yeah, we're going to have to pull that trigger, man. I'm looking at your page right now. You're sitting there on the sofa. I'm going to get to work. I got things to do. I ain't got time to think about this. I got to go forth and I got to do this. Got to be done. I ain't got no choice on this. Let's see. Okay, put that down. It should have been down here. Where's the other piece of tape for this? I'm gonna have it on us. Where's the tape at? Why do we keep losing this stuff? Is there like a vortex, a hole here? Something whoosh. Is that stuff in? Yeah, sorry about that, people, if I bring it from time to time, but like I said, it's fighting with me in my head. Lord already told me what to do. He did. But I'm trying to find another way for you, man. And you just didn't give me an option. Just kept attacking me. So, what do you expect me to do? Somebody attacks your family, someone does the same thing you did to me. Vice versa, the same thing to you. How would you treat that? You wouldn't like it, would you? You would basically go out and you would basically file charges and throw them in jail, right? All right then. That's what we're going to have to do. And the problem is that this isn't everyday charges. This isn't something that maybe you'll get like a year or something, or maybe 6 months, maybe even probation. It's not that type of case. Nope, this is a very serious case. So, yeah. Trying to figure out how to handle this situation. Don't get me wrong. I don't hate you. No, I don't. I don't hate you one bit. I just feel sorry for you. You're going to go through a really bad process in life. No one probably should ever really have to go through. Sometimes in these situations, you become better people. This is kind of real nicely. I need another piece for that, to put that there right there, because I need that in the right. That came out very nice. I'm gonna have to go to I need to go and get some parts. I need to get some parts from there. So that way I can go in and I could use some of these scrap parts to build areas of range design. Like if I had a motherboard I can work with. I actually do have a motherboard. I'm using that one because the other motherboard broke. Well, this motherboard did break. Man, this is going to come out nice. Alright, let me see. So, I'm going to put a peg here. Because it's just a looking glass here. And this whole door comes off right here and here. Peg there and peg there. Peg system in the front. Door does not come off. Actually, we don't even need anything to come off in the back, to tell you the truth, because again, the power supply is back here. And the power supply is on this panel right here, the tube system right here. That's what would be here on the side. Definitely need a tube system there. 12 tube system right there. Yellow ribbon around that old tree. Okay. Oh yeah, this is going to be more like on the very edge of it, so that's how it should be done. Just going to be around the edge of this. Yeah, okay, you can't have this in here like that because we're definitely going to be blocking that vent too. We don't want to block that vent because it's going to overheat. So we're going to have to cut it from here to here. Come on, cut that out. From here to here. Bump the crap out of the box. So. That would be there. Get on the bus, get about us. It's like blame on me, find the yellow ribbon round the right, there. Ah, you're definitely off on that one, bird. Maybe there. There. Okay, that'll be perfect. All right. I told you up a little bit too far now. Definitely too far now. Actually, no. You're the wrong way. You're definitely since this way. Should have been that way. Two also. Alright. This would be from here. Right. Let's see, reminds me. Remember, I wanted to be an architect. Yep. That's what I wanted to be. And I actually went to a Conrad school. They had a class you can go take to become an architect. And that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to build buildings. Like the tables they had, the way they tilted upward. So as I told you, when I was in the system, school system, they wanted to make sure that African Americans didn't get the proper education. So, put a lot of them in these LD classes to make them think they had a learning disability. And that way they would push you out of the system. And you wouldn't know anything. The difference with me is that I was a little different. I could understand things a little bit more rapid pace than the other ones could. Later on, they found out that I was actually, when I got to Conrad, I wanted to become an architect. But the problem was that they cheated me on the ability of my math, which means my math skills weren't that good at all, period. So I gave up on it because, you know, for the longest time they made me believe that I wasn't smart. When I got to high school, well, I found high school to be boring because I found out that I did know math because I learned it faster than the other kids did. So apparently I was smart. But still thought I was stupid at the end of the day because the way they taught me in that class that I wasn't smart enough to learn simple math like all the other kids. But I saw the difference when I went to high school. In high school, I felt boring. High school didn't challenge me at all. So I left. And that's why I say that you really have to go to college. You really don't. The fruit that I just knocked over. Oh. So, long story short, the Lord is the one that gave me the confidence and the knowledge and the know-how to be to do what I do now. Which means I have the ability to build whatever I want. I mean, literally, I'm not joking. I mean, if I went to build me a tree house, a luxury, the whole 9 yards, I know how to do it. The minute I walk into an environment, the Lord automatically gives me everything I need to know to be able to get that area to operate and work. Do we start from here or here? Where do we start from? Oh, it's on this one. Okay. I messed up my own blueprints here. You're on the right side. So, we still got to cut this side out too. This whole piece has to come out. So, yeah. Oh, we're going to cut through this thing. Gee whiz, we need the salt system in here for this thing. We'll cut right through here. We're going to put a tubing system around here too on top of that. Let me stand up for this one. So, yeah. So, again. Yep. I consider myself to be smart? No. I consider myself to be just like everybody else. Nothing special about me. I'm just like everybody else. And I hear it all day in here. I'm being called genius every freaking day I'm in here. Because you know why? I developed that technology right there. At 427 of them. They don't know how many I have. Y'all know how many I have. I can pull anyone up I want. I can show all test demonstrations on all my products. Yep. And now we're building computers out of cardboard. Screens out of cardboard. We have the technology to turn it into whatever we want. And at the end of the day, I consider myself to be an average Joe just like everybody else. When they call me genius, I was like, no, I'm not. I'm an everyday dude just like everybody else. The only person who gets the glory is God. We don't get that glory. I don't want it. Don't want it at all. Don't call me that. I can't stand that word. I'm not that. I am just an everyday Joe. That's all I am. And gotta be careful. The devil put that pride in you. Pride is a downfall. Gotta give the glory to God. It's not for you. And every time I build one of these cases, all these ideas come flooding in my head. And all the different ones we can build. There's so many different ones that I want to build. I'm going to put together. We don't have that kind of time. I want to build one every month. Build a PC design every month. Build something cool. I want to do a Candyland, but then we got the Deep Six over. I want to get that done too. We should do a Minecraft one. That'd be freaking sick. I freaking love Minecraft. We're gonna do a Minecraft. Oh yeah, now they're making a Minecraft movie. Oh, they're gonna jack that up too. Hopefully they don't. They're gonna mess up. Why don't you just leave the video games alone? Like really. Oopsie. Ooh, that table, did we? Nope. Good. Won't you be with me? On that yellow ribbon around that old tree. I'll get on the bus, forget about us, put the blame on me. Bum, 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 bum. Hey, I can use that one part in there too, because that actually worked perfect for that. You can use this for the funnel system on the other one. This will be perfect here, because I got to jump this from here down to here. So, let me see first what we got here, people. Let me see what we got here first. What we're trying to do here. Oh. I love when people are working with wood and they fit it just perfectly in that. Oh man, that's freaking got to be the most satisfying feeling ever. That's got to be the most satisfying feeling. Just put like a nudge in there, just perfectly. You know what I mean? That's got to be that perfect feeling. Let me see if we get this in here first. The wires are fighting me right now. I got a feeling. Get up in there, man. Really, seriously? Are you gonna fight me on that last line? Really? Get up in there. It's freaking blocking me. Oh, there we go. Sorry. That perfect piece. Bam, 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 bam. So we're putting it right there. See, it'll fit just perfectly right there. Right on the panel. Right on the panel. Right on the panel. I know. I know. It's insane, right? It's insane, the sanity of it all. It's insane. It's insane. Yes, that's what we do. That's what we do, people. That's what we do. The insanity of it all. That's what it's all about, people. It's about the insanity of it all. So we put this here because it makes it easier for me to have the PC. We need a panel here because that power supply is going to be right here. I want the power supply has to push air out of that case. It has to. You know what I mean? So we got to make sure that we have air easy to flow out right from there. Now, we got air on the side. This is not the one. Actually, this one fits inside. This one actually flows outside. We'll still get air to push it out with no problem whatsoever. Yeah, that would definitely work. We have to build a cardboard duct system to plug right back out the other end. It's gonna be absolutely insane. I'm gonna put a port area right here. I'm gonna use. I forgot what I called my knife. I forgot what it's called. I should be standing up for this. What the heck? Come on, just come here and do it this way, right? I think we got it this way. Now, like I said, that tubing, we're going to do some little prototype units. Showing how to build some cool stuff with that cardboard, how to do it on the cheap, how to do it on the affordable. And when you're ready for an amazing screen paint, a gamer screen paint that's going to give you the justice of your graphic card or your console system, you reach out to us. Hey, just so you know, Anyone posting one of those do-it-yourself mixes, we will make it and bring it here. That's even easier. I don't have to buy it. I gotta start hunting for those things too. Gotta find them, make them on YouTube, and basically put them out here and see exactly if they can take our stuff. Now, I know Gray Paints can do it. We're good on that. But anybody making a black formula, guess what? I'm gonna make your stuff on camera. Put it out there for everybody to see. See if it actually can put against my product. That's if you're calling this. Because at the end of the day, I like crushing stuff. I like to crush. Crush it. Crush it. Crush it. Crush it. Crush it. We like our trophies. I'll put that one over here. I'm going to put on this one. So this one can be cool right here where it's at. So that means that basically, when I put this baby in here, I can put all my cables and wires through here, and then it'll fit in here nice and snug like a bug. Yes, sirree, baby. Snug like a bug right there. See? See that right there? Boom. 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 Excuse me. I'm going to shift that one so a little bit out there. So the port would be back there. But we need the port to go under and come back up and connect in here. Right there. That's where the port has to come up. We could punch it through here. But then why would we even have that port there to begin with? So it'd be easier because it would put too much restriction inside the case if we put it there. We must redirect our port. If we stick it here, the problem we have is that this has to be right up against here, which means that the port will hit here. We don't want it going through here. We need to have it go back down to here because there's going to be cables and wires down here. We're going to do our wire management right down here. So we need to go through here at the end of the day. That's where we need to go. Because I'm making two panels at the bottom that open up over here so I can get access to all the wires and everything. Do not enjoy my shenanigans. Do not enjoy my shenanigans. Are you not entertained? Come here to entertain you. Are you not entertained? I am. I'm entertained. Alright, let me see. I need a pen. Oh, put this back on. So the port will have to be here. Why can't we just put it inside here, which would make it much easier to do it this way? Because Literally. It's the same thing. Learn it the hard way. So we need a port here, and we need a port here. I've tried to entertain you all. I have tried. Oh, we should, we do Xbox inside of a box. Xbox in a box. So I've seen a lot of people building these box PCs online, on YouTube and other social media sites, and pretty soon I'm hoping that people will start doing the same thing I'm doing. Because again, you don't have to pay for it, and you can build it. Why not? You know? Like when people watch the extreme cheapskates online, I would never do that. No way in the world. Heck no. But you gotta understand that they're cheap. That is true. But the other thing is too, they're survivalists. Because again, stuff that they do, if the grid were to collapse, you'd be screwed. They wouldn't. You gotta think about that. Because they know how to survive on next to nothing. Which means they have an vantage point of you big time. Yep. Because, God forbid, the grid does collapse, you don't have to go through the trash cans and learn how to eat the food that basically it's going to be edible. That's what's going to happen. And they know how to do that. They know how to survive. The homeless man, yeah, he's gonna outlive you. You know why? Because he knows how to live out there with next to nothing. The people that are going to suffer the most are the people who have everything. You're going to suffer the most because you're used to having everything. And being without, it's definitely going to kill you. So, the guy you laugh out in the corner, the one you think at the end of the day that this, that, and the other, he knows more about survival than you do. If the economy collapses, he has a higher survivor rate than you do. You got comfortable. That's why I said, you look at the pioneers back then. Pioneers back then, guys can go build a house, cut lumber, hunt, fish, grow crops. And look at the man today. Just look at guys out there that bushcrafting. Amazing skills at the end of the day. Amazing skills. This guy doesn't survive anywhere. Yep. They can survive anywhere. Meanwhile, person's gotten comfortable with life. Well, too bad for you. That's why I found it interesting about those extreme cheapskates. I mean, yeah, they're cheap. They're definitely very super, super cheap. I understand that. But, honestly, at the end of the day, if the grid collapses, they're going to outlive you. Easily. Because they know how to survive on nothing. That's why I'd rather build my hands than live in a comfortable luxury home. The money I'm going to make out here, you think I'm going to go out and buy myself some big old expensive house at the end of the day? No, I'm buying a barn. Buying a barn. I'm going to basically insulate it and repair it myself. I wanted to do a tiny house at first, but then I thought about the idea of having a large barn and huge telescope up there and the ability to be able to just build and design at the end of the day. I don't really care much about a kitchen. I don't care much about a bathroom and none of that stuff. If I got a pond out there, a lake out there, I go out there and splash around out there in it. Get myself a compost toilet. Don't need pipes and all that stuff. People sit there and say, oh, but that's not natural. What do you think happens when you go camping? Real camping. Not glamping, not being no cabin at the end of the day. I'm talking about real camping. You're sleeping on the earth. That kind of camping. Not that fake camping. And I can see basically if you're old at the end of the day, and you know, I can understand that. But if you're well bodied, there's no way in the world you should be sleeping in some freaking cabin at the end of the day. You want to really camp at the end of the day? Don't invite me up to some freaking camping trip and open up as a cabin. Like, what the freak is it? There's a cabin over here. I'm going home. No, we're not doing that. That's not camping to me. But, as I said before, I don't like that whole comfort thing. I don't. It makes one weak. That's what it does. Now, if you got kids and stuff, that's understandable. You got kids. Even the pioneers had kids too. But anyway, you got kids and all. And your kids come first. Your wife might not even like that. She comes first. So, that's just how it is. But, for people who have that option to be able to choose what they want in the day, for me, at the end of the day, I want a big old barn. I want to be able to repair it myself. I don't want much of it repaired. I'm going to be able to repair most of it myself. I want a nice little compost toilet. I love the compost toilets. Get myself a compost toilet in there. Nice little rainwater system set up in there for my bathing and everything else I would need in there. And yeah, hook up my water filtration systems, water harvesting systems in there. Bring in my EcoFlow power station. Build me another separate unit outside, so basically I can charge the barn up with it. Solar panel the entire side of the barn. Yeah, I'm good to go, man. I have my own power. It's mine. I don't pay anybody. I get my water. Basically, I can pump it in from the lake, bring it inside. I got a system that can basically heat it up. That same system, that EcoFlow system, can run all those tankless hot water heaters. Constant flow of hot water, as much as I want. Don't got to pay for nothing. And even the building itself, I own it. The land, I own it. Well, actually, technically, I don't own the building and land because of the whole tax thing. But anyway, you know what I'm getting at. Freedom. No neighbors, except for animals. Maybe occasional bear or something like that. That's basically about it. A bear walked up on my property. First of all, I would have a little electric fence out there somewhere so they couldn't get up on the property. But I wouldn't even shoot it. As a matter of fact, at 200 acres, I would make sure that the other end of it's fenced off quite well because I don't want anybody on my property. If they wander on the property, it's for them to be on that property. I'm going to have a little section of that for them and them only. Untouched. Leave it exactly the way it is. I'll catch you out there on my property. I'm going to send a drone out there with you, and you're not going to like how that thing's going to see it. I do have the drones on my property. Trust them. And besides, they never sleep. They can see everything, and they can outrun you. Imagine being in the woods on somebody's property and a drone pops up out of nowhere and starts chasing you. Oh man, that'd be freaking hilarious. With a spotlight on it, yeah, good luck outrunning that thing. That'd be interesting. And then you see more of them pop up, like they're communicating with each other. Like, ah, shoot. There's more of them. There's freaking more of them. That'd be freaking cool. Can they communicate with each other? I'm curious about it. See, this is why I'm a research junkie. I'm always curious about that. Pretty soon, I'm pretty sure they have it. Because they had the robots communicate with each other back and forth. I'm pretty sure. Drones that communicate with each other. Swarm drones. Oh, crap. Yes. They do have that technology. It's called a swarm drone. I need those. I need those. Oh man, that'd be sick. I hook up in there, like I have them in like a charging hut that looks like a giant freaking beehive. And so it's come out. Oh my goodness, this is actually amazing, unbelievable. They're called swarm drones. Utilize technology allows them to directly exchange information and create action without needing the constant input from a ground control station. Oh my goodness! I know it's going to guard my property now. I'm not looking to kill anybody with these things. Stun cannons, yes. 10,000 volts is way too high. Yeah, I would use, because you can't use tranquilizers. That's dangerous at the end of the day. Somebody get one of those things and they fall, hit their head or something, you're responsible for that crap. Yeah. But then again, you ain't supposed to be on that property either. Oh my goodness. I had no idea. I'm sorry, late to the party on this one. But that is freaking amazing. I would use a stun gun. Not at a high rate, just something enough to sting you, like much like a bee sting at that rate right there, because that'll get you off my property. And we just happen to stumble upon it. Oh, that'd be freaking, it's still freaking hilarious to watch. Because again, can you imagine somebody out there on my property and one drone pops up, looking at him, following him, and the next thing you know, he says, man, there's only one drone, and 8 or 9 or 10 or 30 of them suckers pop up, and they're chasing you, where you gonna go? They can scan and map out that entire area. That is amazing. How come I don't use these in the prison system? For tracking people. I know for a fact that my buddy, I told you, he got lost out on his own acres, 18 acres. He got lost out there. And the farmer overhead has drones for his cows, because the cows wander off sometimes. They can't find them. So he got drones and tracking devices to track them down. Oh my goodness. Hey, let's go and look into this. I'm definitely looking at this. I want these on my property. Look at this. Swarm drones. You've got to be freaking kidding me. Utilize technology that allows them to directly exchange information and create or whatever. I know the word of that. So coordinate. There you go. Coordinate. Coordinate actions without the need of constant input from a ground control station. These things freaking think. Oh, that's kind of scary too. On top of that, the fact they can do that. That's a little interesting there. I'm going to put an EMP in, shut them down. Some kind of detonation kill switch. That can be really dangerous. Them suckers go freaking rogue on me. Look at these suckers right here. Oh, and I can operate them through VR glasses too. Well, I've seen the one with the VR glasses. I've seen you can operate with VR glasses. Oh yeah, definitely. Come up on my property and chase you with a swarm of drones. You're running all through the bushes like, oh my goodness, I think we lost him. I think we lost him. You one right next to the bush, camouflage and listen to everything you're saying. Like, look, he thinks he's lost the drone. Like one sitting in the bush, all camouflage, looking right at you. I definitely gotta get those. Definitely do. I gotta send this over to my buddy. He's got the one that got 18 acres. I gotta send this to him. We're gonna buy these. I think we lost it. He's sitting in the bushes looking at you. Like, I want mine to talk. I definitely want mine to talk. That'd be cool. I think we lost it. That reminds me of Invasion of the Body Snatchers. When it first came on TV. That's a creepy show. Dude, yeah, I can't go near eggplants. Eggplants freak me out. And that's what they were. They were giant eggplants. The Invasion of the Body Snatchers. They got everybody too. They finally at the end, they got everybody except for these people. They were the only ones. I think it was about 4 of them. They didn't get caught by them. And they were walking through this crowd. As long as they acted a certain way, they couldn't pick up on you. They were kind of like shuffling through slowly, like they were brain dead. Everybody else was basically being controlled. And the girl, I think she sneezed. And that's when they realized she wasn't one of them. And the guy turned around, oh, and he ran out. That's the end of the movie. Okay. And left it at that. Yep. Especially when the dog had him in his face on it. It's creepy. 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 forgot about invading everybody. I remember the movie I could watch was The Fog. No, not allowed us to watch The Fog when it came on. And one day, being an adult, The Fog came on and I watched it. It wasn't that bad. Let me tell you the truth. Nothing like that at all. It's pirates. Ghost pirates. In The Fog. So apparently, somebody's ancestor stole something from these pirates, and they were coming back to get it. And it was in the church. That's where it was at. And the person who was a descendant of this person was actually a preacher. Yeah. Gotta watch it. That's pretty good. Another story movie back then? The Thing. Never seen that one before? Good gracious, what the freak. That's pretty jacked that one too. That's really jacked up. I think close enough they came to that one was the one called Leviathan. That was the closest one I've seen. But it wasn't, I thought Leviathan was going to be like a giant sea monster and these guys were in the ocean. No, it wasn't that. It was something really jacked up. So, apparently Leviathan was an experimental, I don't know what you would call it. I would say different form of life form that these scientists figured out that they found down there. And the guy basically hid it in a, he was trying to hide it. He hid it in a liquor bottle. He hid the thing in a liquor bottle. The thing was alive. It was in a liquor bottle. And these explorers, you know, not having any alcohol, and they're not allowed to drink and having this stuff while they're in this whole expedition that they're doing. So they stumbled upon this some laboratory down there. And they got to look around. This guy found a bottle of alcohol and he put it in his pocket. And later on, him and the group got together and they drank from this bottle. And guess what was in that bottle? Yeah, that whatever that was in there. And eventually people started to change in the weirdest ways possible. The guy's arm twisted off. Crawled across the floor and sprouted legs and eyes. It was some creepy stuff. I thought the thing was jacked up. The thing was jacked up. The thing was really jacked up. I think the thing was the worst. That was the worst thing I've seen. I've seen worse, but I think that was really close and that was really jacked up. The table incident where the guy, I'm not looking it up on YouTube. Trust me, do it yourself. But anyway, the table incident where the thing was in them, they couldn't figure out the thing they found in the ice. It was an alien in the ice and they found it. But somebody had it in. They didn't figure out who had the thing in them. So they had everybody tied up on this in these chairs, and it didn't like heat for some reason. So they took a sample of everybody's blood, and they heated it up with a blowtorch and hit it with a hanger, and they poked it in his blood to see which one would react. And sure enough, they hit the last one, and that blood shot straight up and started looking around the room. And the guy next to him, the guy was changing. He was actually changing, turning into something right next to the guy. And the guy's trying to get out of the chair as fast as he can while he's sitting right next to it. So they killed it. They killed it. But they didn't really actually kill it. It was still alive, but they actually thought they killed it. So this thing's up on the table, and the guy's doing autopsies on it, trying to figure out exactly, what happened, what it is, and so forth. And as he's working on the stomach, the whole entire chest opened up, his teeth came out and took his hands off. And then the head twisted up. Oh my goodness, that part was freaking jacked up. I was nearly freaking out over that one. The head literally twists off the neck, hits the ground, sprouts the legs like a spider and crawls away. Messed up. Freaking messed up. Do not watch that, I swear. You're afraid that your cat will freak you out. Cat lick your ankle, you will go through a roof. But anyway, yeah. It's called The Thing. Back in the day, people, back in the day. And mind you, at that time, no, I was not a Christian at that time. Watched a lot of horror movies. Watched a lot of horror movies back then. So look at that. We got our system pump from there. Let's show you what we're doing here, people. Let's show you what we're doing here. We got the power supply right here. We have the duct system going to go down through here. We're going to be able to control all the wire management down here and bring it out through the front. This is going to come out through another section in the front. It's going to actually connect to all this. So it's going to have vines and stuff all over it to give it a kind of like, like nuclear jungle. Yes. And this is going to turn this into the power station. Power station. See, power station. So then we're going to take this. I'm going to push this right here. This how we had to redo the hole, because that hole's right there. We don't need that right there. It's going to push that right there, because it can't come over here. It's got to come up through that side, and it's got to come up right here. And this will connect everything we need. This will run all the power to run it right here. Right here. Right here. Oh. Beautifully. Absolutely beautifully. And this is tall enough to be able to hit the glass. We need on here. Where's the freaking measuring tape at in here? Jeez, bro, do you put anything up in here? Really stuff. Oh, here we go. Measuring tape. Which we need to be about roughly a foot. Get the measurement right there. So these are going to have to be on little platforms, which should probably be the size of jewelry boxes for each one. Bam, 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 bam. And it'll give it a little bit more height, because we only can get it at 12. One at 14. 14 would have been perfect. That would have been the measure we needed. Well, wait a minute. We get the other one's 14 by 11. By 14 by 11, I want one big sheet of glass across here. One piece of plastic glass across here. That's what I want. That's what I want. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, hook this to this. All right, so we had it at 14. 14 would have definitely given us the height that we wanted. Perfect, with no problem. But you can only find by 12. So we have to do by 12. So by 14, we would need a little bit more, 4 inches on the box in order to hit what we need right there. So we're just going to put a little box here and here and here. The jewelry boxes would be perfect to stack here, here, and here. Glue them in, put the pipes on top. That'll be perfect. That'll give me the extra 4 inches to be able to nail the top of that. No problem. And then we'll have a sheet of glass come right over top. Glass with plexiglass, you know what I'm talking about. Right there and there. And then that's when we'll do it. That's when we'll do it. Ain't nothing going on. Oh, what's coming up? Ain't nothing going on but the rats. If you wanna be with me. And that's one that came out. I'm watching the shows. The guy's like, well, it was a Dr. Phil, and the guy thought he was a cyborg. Like, what the freak? It's parents' fault. It's your fault for entertaining that nonsense and not kicking him out. It's your fault. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, he thinks he's a cyborg. Yeah, okay, kick him out. How old is he? Freaking over 18? Kick him the freak out. Never could understand that. And I'm like, well, you know, you're nurturing it, man. You're basically making it worse. You kick him out there, let him deal with the world at the end of the day. You can't act like on Android. And then you got bills to pay. He's doing that nonsense because they ain't no bills to pay. That's why. Or you see, it's time for Anthony to grow up. He's 27 years old. He's still at home. There's no way in the world that I could ever see myself having a kid at he's 27 years old, and he's still living up under my roof for the day. Unless you special needs, that's the only way I see it. But other than that, no, you getting the freak out of my house. You're out of my freaking house. You better have a job by 16. You better have a job by 18. You better figure something else, but you getting the freak out of that house. Because the only thing I'm doing at the end of the day is handicapping you. That's what you're doing. You're handicapping them. God forbid, if you pass off this earth, they're not going to be able to survive. They don't have no survival skills. You got to be out there to get those skills. You used to having somebody take care of you. I used to watch it on Dr. Phil. I was like, oh, heck no. I can see myself right now walk in your room and pick you up by your freaking back of your pants and the back of your shirt. Like, what you doing? I'm just saying out your way. And toss you out that window. Sorry, out the window. Sorry about that. But toss you out that door. Like Tom and Jerry would grab and go skip a little bit and then run. Boom. Yeah, you getting the freak out. Max thought I was crazy when she said that. She said, no, but he's just a no, baby. At 18, you are a man at 18. You can't drink until you're 21. When I was coming up, you was a man. You're still a man at 18, but still, you could drink when you were 18. When I was coming up, not now. They pushed it up. But anyway, even though you're 18 and you can't drink, you're still a man. You know why? Because you can go to the military, and you have to be an adult to go into the military. If you get in trouble, they certify you as an adult. As a matter of fact, when you're 18, you don't go to juvie. You go to prison for adults. So you are considered to be a man. So yeah, when you turn 18, you shouldn't be there. You should be home if you're out of there in the day. That's where you should be at. But I've seen people come in and have kids there in their 20s or so forth, whatever. Unless you're going to college. If you're going to college, then at least you still have to get a job somewhere so I can put some money to pay some bills. And that's good to teach them how to pay bills and stuff. Because again, it teaches them responsibilities. That's what it does. When I was working, I had to pay rent. Even still, with my mom, I had to pay rent. When my house burned down, she said, the only way you can come back unless your house burns down. If something bad happens, you have to come back. And other than that, you're out on the street. That's it. That's the way it is. That's the way I was raised. Since when I came back, I was locked up between 16 and so forth, so I never went through that experience. But then when I did come back, my mom said, well, I know you're going to need some time to get on your feet and everything, because you just came out and everything. You're going to stay here, but you're going to get a job. You're going to work. You're going to pay some bills. Because you're a grown man at the end of the day. And she was right. I got myself a job and paid them bills. Yeah. I'm glad she made me that way. Self-sufficient at the end of the day. But you got people living there, freaking 19. I'd be embarrassed to tell people that. Like, I'm freaking 19. I live with my mom. No. I don't care if I have to sleep out in the street, if I have to sleep in a freaking abandoned building at the end of the day, I am not going to, I'm not living at home like that. No. I got too much pride for that. Way too much pride for that. Nope, ain't going to happen. Now, if they're going to school, that's hard. They're going to school. I guess I understand it today, but when I was coming up, people went to school and went to class and all that stuff, and they had a little apartment on the side or a little room that was renting and stuff like that. And that's what I remember when I was coming up. But, things are a lot more expensive now. So you're at home and you're working, but at least you're going to college. You're getting an education. You're doing something at the end of the day. But not to be just sitting there and playing video games all day long. You see that the kids in there playing, grown adults, freaking 40-something years at home, playing video games all day long. Acting like you like a little kid at the end of the day. Oh, heck no. Oh, heck no. That's crazy at the end of the day. I have to come over there and look at him, look at the family, and look back at him like, I gotta go. I can't be around you. I ain't got no respect for you. That is crazy. I saw that on Dr. Phil. Guy was freaking in his 30s at home with his mom, playing video games, yelling at them, talking about, I need this and need that. So, oh my goodness. Oh, not even mine at the end of the day. And other things have to beat the crap out of it. That's crazy. Well, like I said, you don't teach them. It'll be your headache later on. And right from the door, hey, look, don't get comfortable. When you turn 16, I expect you to have a job. I don't want to get a job at 16. Have a job at 16. And when you turn 18, get ready. You're getting discharged out of here. So I suggest you start looking for something. You ain't got to get an apartment. Get a nice little rented room. That's what you do. And from that rented room, at least you're on your own. At least you're paying for your own at the end of the day. You got that self-respect. Doesn't make a difference if you're in a rented room or you're in an apartment or a house. At least you're paying that rent. At least you basically got that self-respect. That's all that matters. And you can build from there. Work hard at your job. Get yourself a promotion. Climb that ladder. Get from out of that room. Get yourself a nice little apartment. Climb that ladder a little bit more. Get out of that apartment. Get yourself a house. See? Already, you become a part of society. Instead of being 40 years old at home screaming at your mom in the basement for Hot Pockets. I watch it on Dr. Phil. And the parents are worse. The parents can say, well, I don't know what to do. Sure you know what to do. There's a thing called a door. You tell them to get out. Get the fuck out of my house. I can't survive out there. You figure it out. Everybody figures it out. Everybody who moves out, and I love it when I sit around my family and they tell these stories about the first time they moved out, what they ate. Because, some people know what they're doing when they're getting out there. Some people know how to shop. Some people know how to cut coupons and how to save their money. The first thing some people do when they go out, they figure out eat out every night. You know what I mean? They think it don't cost that kind of money until you find out you don't have money for this, that, and the other. You learn to save. You learn to put money in the bank. You learn a process you have to go through. Having your lights shut off, a process. Not having food in your refrigerator, a process. This is all a process that you will learn to go through. Not to do it ever again. A learning experience. So it's good. Good experience to learn. So I don't know. like I said, you can do it. You can get out there, get a little rented room, you know, and the apartment, whatever. You say it's too expensive to live out there. It was always expensive to live out there, just so you know. I love when Gen Z says to me, I got Gen Zs in our family, by the way, and I'll sit there and go, but it's expensive to live out there. It's always been expensive to live out there. It's always been that way. Always. From every century, every decade, it's always been expensive to live out there. The only way it's been easy to live out there, unless you're built with a silver spoon in your mouth, but it's always been hard to be out there. But you have to learn how to survive out there. What the heck is in here? Nothing. It's always been hard. I remember the first time I think I ate bologna and animal crackers for about a week. Until I came up in the gym. Yep. Didn't have, barely had enough money to have this and have that. I had to save to get this and save to get that. It was a treat for me to have a cheesesteak. It was a treat for me to have McDonald's. I had to save every penny I had. You know, pay my rent. I was just happy. Bills were paid. Everything's paid off. But, you know, I remember living off freaking animal crackers and bologna. But it's funny how you sit around people and they talk about the first place they lived in, what they got. Ramen is the number one question that comes up. Or what people buy when they low on money and they living on their own for the first time. Ramen is the number one question. Yep, it is. And you will figure to be a chef eating ramen. You will figure out so many ways to make ramen amazing at the end of the day. You'll figure out all different kinds of spices and meats and stuff to put into it to make these amazing dishes that change because you're eating that thing every day, you know. Drive one mad. Yep, you figure all that stuff out. And they're right, Taco. You have built-in fur coat. Oh, he likes that. Look at that. He likes that. He's rubbing his face on it. I want to get a couple of those. Do you like those? I'm going to get a couple of them and cut those and put them in a box. Glue them down so you can rub his face on them. Look at you. Rubbing your face on things like, wow. That's Cat James. Is it Rick James or Rick Cat? One of them. Like, wow. But anyway, yep, you learn all that. And that's a good experience to learn. It's good to learn all that. That's life's experience. But, you know, when you do your kids like that, you cheat the daylights out of them. You do. And that's what the woman was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know what to do. You know what to do. It's the door right there. That's what you do. Hey, you get out that door. Don't come back. That's it. That's how you fix that problem. Don't come back. That's it. Next time you come back here with that nonsense, I'm going to have you arrested. Think I'm joking. Oh, man, that's crazy at the end of the day. All right, we got that in there nicely. I got to cut I'm actually going to put the rest of that in there, but I'm going to see how we're going to size that power supply. But I was looking at the power supply, how are we going to get the power supply to fit in there? And it's right up against it. We have to have a panel here. And I didn't want to cut the panel and do it that way. So, I need my hands free for this. Pretty nice phone. But anyway, we'll buy a stand this week. We will get one. Buy a stand. Get overhead one. So we can all look at it together. All right, we'll get that done. I think it's falling. I can feel it falling. It is falling. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, I don't get that one. So we had an argument about that one time. Because she was like, no, you know, it's my baby boy. He's going to stay with me and my baby girl, whatever. No. Not going to have that. Gotta go. Gotta go. Got to go. You got to go. Make them independent. We had to talk about basically if I decided to run a company at the time and he had to work with me, that sucker going to be in the mailroom. He ain't going to be in why? Because you're a son to the boss? Heck no. How am I going to teach you anything if we start you at the top? You don't know jack. You got to learn at the bottom. And that supervisor right there, he could fire you at the end of the day. And that's the end of it. I don't give no special privilege at the end of the day. That don't happen. And you disrespect him because you think that, you know, I'll just pop at the end of the day. No, because I'll fire you. So at the end of the day, you better respect him and respect everybody in this building. And then teach them respect, teach them discipline. They bring kids in there, talk trash and everything, so they want to say. The people can't say nothing because, that's the boss's son. Oh, heck no, 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 no. That's your boss right there. You disrespect him, you can lose your job. That's it. And you don't come back. That's all to it. You'll pound the street and you'll find a job. No special privileges for you here. You'll work just like everybody else. That's what you'll do. You want a promotion, you want to climb it, you will earn it. No, we ain't having that. Nope. That's the way I was brought up. You wanted a job, you go earn your own stuff. My mom was after that. She wasn't paying for my stuff after a certain age, no. And of course, like I said, if I was at 16, the age of 16, before I got in trouble, I was buying my own stuff. I was working a nice little job, Clint's Flower Shop. And they're cutting plants and they're trimming them off, dumping out the old water, all that stuff like that, working, earn a little extra money. And later on, I moved up and got a job at Pizza Hut. I was working there for a bit. They put me on some kind of probation period because you're supposed to be 18 working there. But my mom kind of talked to him. The guy gave me the job. So I ended up working in there. And then got close with the managers and cool with them. And they gave me a little overtime. They let me work a little longer than I wanted to. It was pretty nice, too. I was making a little extra money. That's how they would buy all my cool gear. Yes, sirree. Yes, sirree. Yes, sirree. I like the way this looks. I really do. I really do. Oh, my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. Okay, this is going to go down here. And that little thing, I'm going to turn you over here. Boom. All this is going to go here. All the wires in here, they're going to come up on the other side and connect everything together. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. And the beautiful thing about it is I get to build this thing without having all the around it. So we're going to pick up another power supply to fit in here. Because when I build these cases, I want to have the power supply here, the buttons, everything all set up. So all I got to do is fill my parts in here. Click it on, we done. That's it. That's how I'm building them. Have the power supplies already put into them from the door. That's how we're going to do it. So now I got to bring the glue gun in because these have to be glued down. See, I need these to lay flat. Flat. I don't need my hand for this. I need to lay flatty flat. Okay. That's there and there. That's nice and flat down there. And we're going to bring this over here like so, like that. Oh, it's going to make a beautiful vine display all down here. This is going to be nice when we get done with this. And we put all our stuff down here. All our peripherals from the motherboard right here and the power switch right there. Put our clear tubes here and here. One piece solid across here that comes off so we get access to that. This on this side does not come off. That stays on there. One in the back that gives us access to whatever we need from here. And one here that doesn't come off. So it's going to stand about that high. It should be about that high for the whole thing. Now let me clean up my area because it is a mess. It's absolutely messy. I mean, that's the other one number I can't wait to start working on. I want to look at, oh no, we're going to do our own artwork design with that. We're going to work on that just right here. We got to start working back on that again too. Keep working on that. And yes, we will have a plexiglass top. Definitely have a plexiglass top. But I'll show you how we're going to build it. It's going to be pretty cool. Pretty cool. Oh, sorry about that. That's my motherboard box right here. So when I build any PC, I'm going to build these boxes ahead of time. Got the fan from here, got the fan from here. Drop everything in. Put a little duct system so I can put all the wires to. We're done. All right, people. But Mr. Buzz, you've been building PC boxes for the last couple of days because I'm having fun. You got plenty of time to be working back on screen paint because I got 5 screens to show you at the end of the month. Bam, 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 bam. And one of them is a Phoenix physical screen. I'm going to show you what that thing looks like. Got a surface coming in there, a 24 by 36 to show you how beautiful this thing is going to look. When you turn on your projector, and tears just shooting down your face. I was like, honey, what's wrong? What's wrong? It's beautiful. It's beautiful. That's how happy you're gonna be. That's how beautiful that screen's gonna make your orchestra to look. So break out tears of joy. Run all down your face. Like, oh honey, it's okay. She don't think you have that about something that working. It's okay. Like, no. You don't understand. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Sitting at the restaurant, enjoying a freaking hoagie, and all of a sudden you just break out and just start crying. It's the joy that's overwhelming. You're gonna be going home pretty soon. The game's gonna be on. Oh my goodness. Each setup will come with a box of Kleenex. So you can basically wipe your tears away from all the joy. You seen the specification sheet on that thing? The specification sheet is crazy. Oh, we're gonna look this thing up. That's not even done yet. This thing has a white heightener sitting on it at 27. Man, this thing's gonna be a beast. It's beautiful. Gamers, you play on that screen, you're gonna be doing like Wayne's World. Though you feel like we're not worthy, not worthy, not worthy. And yet, naysayers doubt me. They doubt my skill level. And yet I produce off the ceiling, and they doubt my skill level. Come on, you've seen my work before. Pretty sure you have. I'm pretty sure you did the research. You went through my website, went through my social media pages, all that. You know what we do. And you can sit up there. Only people that sit there and say, well, we won't support you. You don't buy my stuff to begin with. Besides, we don't want you having our stuff to begin with. No, go deal with that other mess out there. You deal with that stuff. So when I go on YouTube, I can laugh at your demonstration. I can watch the screen sitting in the dark, poor colors, poor contrast, a machine that costs so much money, it's not even funny. My customers will be outside on the 720p projectors producing images that you can't even dream of. Go ahead. I know it's waiting for you. I did all the testing. I know it's out there waiting for you. If you don't want to pay the money for my product, how are you going to pay for Certified? Certified costs more than my screens. So you definitely ain't paying for that. White screen? Oh, please. And then all the other gray screen paints out there on the market, they still can't even match my technology. They can't read the Infinity One. So, buy an expensive OLED TV? That's a joke. I heard people when they say that to me, oh, buy a TV. Go ahead, knock yourself out. Enjoy that whole turn it off, can't turn it back on for like 6-7 hours. And if you leave it on, it burns into the screen. You leave it on overnight, it burns into the screen. Can't play games on it, burns into the screen. Oh yeah, enjoy all that. The heavy restrictions for a TV you used to spend a ton of money for. Oh. I forgot there's a balding effect. That's the effect when the screen actually starts to lose color. And contrast starts to dull. After you had it for long periods of time. So, good luck with all that. Oh, dead pixels too, I forgot about that. Yep. You can have your expensive TV. But at the end of the day, I can do 100 inches at 235.1. And you can't do that on an OLED. Because that'll cost you way too much money. How much money a 235.1 OLED would cost you at 104 inches? Yeah, good luck with that. I'm curious how much that would cost. Oh my goodness. Too many zeros on that one. Let me see. OLED TV at 235.1. They don't have one. They don't make a 235.1 TV. If they do have one, it's going to be actually super expensive, but 235.1. Movie screens at 235.1. You're not gonna find one. Go look for it. You can't find it. You don't make 235-foot ones in OLED. 100-inch to make. That right there. But on top of that, what I read about the OLEDs, which I have to know that stuff at the end of the day, that the OLEDs, when they go bigger, they basically have a narrow viewing cone effect that triggers off on the TVs. I read about those stuff. I went to the forum sites. Because when I was hearing this stuff about these TVs, I was like, that can't be real. There's no way in the world that can't be real. It's just stupid. There's no way in the world it's possible. So I went to a whole bunch of forum sites and found that that's actually real. I even contacted somebody over at Best Buy and found out that's actually real. So that's pretty messed up. So I was like, wait a minute. So if they do burn-ins automatically, if you pause it, what happens if you game on these things? And then I started looking up any game systems that have the OLED screens in them. And yes, it says right there that, yeah, gaming systems with OLEDs do have a burn-in effect. Well, let's educate you on that, and let's find out for ourselves. Bing, 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 bing. Let me see. Do OLED screens cause a burn-in on video games? Do this research, people. I can't be the only one doing this research. I'm pretty sure that other people do this research besides me. Right there. Yes. OLED screens can potentially experience a burn-in when playing video games. Good luck on that one. Oh, but we got black technology over there that's tested, right? There we go. So again, you're not playing no game systems on an OLED. You'll burn your screen up. You'll burn your screen up easily. You'll burn your screen in. You run the risk of burning into your screen. So this is why if you see this technology on your portable systems, bad idea. Right there. Before you buy these things, you need to know what you're getting yourself into. Can potentially experience a burn-in when playing video games, especially if you leave static elements or like HUDs. Oh, gee whiz. So you're basically this okay, but this way. So what they're saying is, usually when you have something like status elements, like HUDs is like something you would have on the side of the screen, like, you know, your fuel gauge or your basically how much ammo you have in a gun or something like that, or your radar system, stuff like that. Stuff that's permanently there and not moving, that stuff can potentially burn into your screen. See? Status elements like HUDs on a screen for extended periods, but with modern technology, various gameplays is not usually something concerned about most usually about gameplay. It's the interference for many hours. Most manufacturers have it independent of a burn risk. So yeah, it says right here, most manufacturers right here, boom, have a feature to burn-in risk, whatever, your screen. Bottom line is, key point is, you're going to burn into your screen. Definitely going to have it. Because the fact that they sat there starting the whole thing as yes, and they started saying, no, you don't have a potential because they have some software technology that basically moves the pixels around constantly, so that way you don't have to suffer any form of burn-in effect. Plasma's had that. But to start off with yes, potentially experience burn-in. And this can happen with handheld games. Can you suffer burn-in on OLED screens on handheld screens? Yes, you can. You can basically get burn-ins on handheld devices. Yes, you can potentially experience burn-ins on OLED screens on handhelds devices like smartphones or gaming consoles. Much like your VR glasses, because your VR glasses have OLEDs in them. That's why when I went to go check for VR glasses, I made sure that the Oculus, the Index, and the G2s didn't have the OLED display in them because they would burn in. Gee whiz Louise. What's the other thing? When you turn off your OLED TV, how long does it take to turn it back on? Let's see right here. When turning off, it takes almost no time. Let me see what we got right here. Warning, pure unlike TV technology requires a warm-up backlight. Okay, let's put it this way. When you turn off your OLED, how many hours do you have to wait before you turn it back on? They're changing it out. It will. Even static images. that may potential can lead into image or burning. What the freak is that? Okay, so it said you don't have to wait. First it said it did. Now it says you don't have to wait any significant amount of time before turning your OLED back on after turning it off. And then the key is to avoid leaving a static image, so a status image on the screen for an extended period of time, leading to image retraction burn-in. Oh man. Which is a primary concern with OLED displays. Now, I remember reading where it said it did. You can have to wait 7 hours. I go back in the video and pull it up where it said it. Let me see. Always turn off your OLED when you're not actively watching it to minimize risk burning. Gee, what is it? Let's see. Can you leave your OLED playing on overnight? Man, you got to be kidding me. So basically, say you can leave it on overnight, but they recommend that you do not do this. You can significantly shorten the lifespan of your display due to the increased strain on the pixels from prolonged static images. Sheesh. All right. How is it a waste of energy? You have electricity. You should have an energy saver on those things. We leave projectors run all the time. Oh. Even a forum site talking about I can accidentally left my OLED on at night. Man, like what do I do? You imagine what happens if you actually fall asleep by accident and you left the TV on? You could wreck it. Do you have to wait 7 hours before you turn your OLED on after you turn it off? The OLED TV suffer from balding. Not that. Do OLED TVs suffer from color loss and contrast loss? Common problem with OLEDs. One of the biggest problems with OLEDs is the issue with color accuracy. Colors may shift over time. So what's the biggest problem? People ask. Biggest problem they ask. What's the most common problem with OLEDs? One of the biggest problems with OLEDs is screens is issue with color accuracy. Colors may shift over time, which can dramatically change the appearance of the TV screen. That's why they calibrate them. I couldn't figure out why they were calibrating the TV. Like, why they keep calibrating? Every time I turn on, how to calibrate your OLED, how to calibrate your color loss, how to deal with color loss. That's why. I mean, these forum sites, there's a lot of forums on basically calibrating these TVs. Curious. How long does it take for the color to deteriorate on an OLED? Several years. According to most tests, noticeable color discoloration on an OLED display can take several years, occurring with typical uses lifespan around 10,000 hours. Several years, regular viewing settings displaying the images for extended periods of significant, accelerating significant. So we would destroy that easily. But I leave mine on. I don't turn mine off. So basically, they're saying that basically around the time it would take us approximately around 2 years to do it. So the biggest problem you have with the OLED is the burning issue. That's what you have. So handheld VR glasses, let me see. Do OLED, no, not OLED, let me see. Do VR glasses with OLED screens suffer from burn-in? This is the one thing I had to look up. Because I was trying to figure out what VR glasses had them. Oh, beer glasses. Really? VR glasses, not beer glasses. Where's my keyboard at? VR glasses. See right here? Yes, they do have that issue. Yes, VR glasses with OLED screens will suffer from burn-in. Told you. That's what I was trying to explain to you. Where would we use those things? Can you imagine that in VR? You know how close you are up to a screen in a VR system? And you see some image of whatever, some mountain scenery in the background, it's constantly staring you in the face right back at you? Oh, heck no. So I found out that, let me see. Sony VR2s have OLEDs. Oh, shoot. Sony VR2 has OLED screens.
According to PlayStation, the PSVR 2 headset has an OLED display with a resolution of 2000 by 2040 per eye.
Enjoy your burning. We got them. That's why I stripped them. Oculus Quest 2. Does it have OLED display? No. They don't have them in there. Because of the burning issue. Does the Oculus Pro 3 have OLED display? Make sure I got it right. Should put that on for VRs. I want the Pros. Somebody said the Pros are actually better than the whatchamacallit. So now I got to find out why the Pros are better. Oh, by the way, I'm hooking my VRs to that unit over there until this one's finished. So I am bringing in my VR system. That's also too going to have a docking station for the new controller coming in for it and everything. So I got that coming in for that new docking station for that. Let me see. There's a Quest 3 OLED. No, when he's going to ask it, was it OLED? Ugh. Do the Quest 3 VR glasses use OLED displays? No, they don't have them. That's when I told you, when I talked about that burn-in effect. So basically, I mean by anything standing still, which means if you have like your HUDs, and you have basically an area where you basically shows how much fire or how much ammo you have, what weapons you have, radar systems, gauge meters, all that stuff will burn into your screen easily. So you can't play for long periods of time because you run the effect of having a burn-in issue. This is why when I have people who contact me and go, oh, I'm on an OLED system and I'm playing my PS5. Yeah, good luck. You just destroyed your screen because guess what? How much money it costs to replace one of those screens? It's not cheap. They're very expensive. So you can't game off of them. Does the Index 2 have VR display? It's not VR. What the heck? Does the Index 2 have OLED display? I'll make sure this one doesn't have it. Does the Index 2 VR glasses have OLED display? No, they don't have them either. See? I told you. There's a reason why they don't put them in there. Sony put them in there. Sony might be the only one to have them in there. And everybody was like, oh, heck no. You know what those things do at the end of the day? They burn right in. Does the G2 VR glasses have OLED displays? Oh, they did it. G2s. G2s. I wonder if they got them. I haven't checked them yet. G2 VR glasses. Oh, girl, we here. Who cares about that deeper black level? Shoot, I just don't want to see something staring me back in the face I just got finished previously playing already. I don't have to say much about whether they have them or not. Yep, I like how you go here and it says which is better, and people go OLED's better because it's much more of a response to LED than LED display. But remember, you're going to run the risk of burning your system in. So that means that what's better? Having a somewhat good. I'd rather have a. I don't need images I've seen in VR are actually quite impressive. So again, I'd rather take that than normal than going through having my glasses ruined because I have something burned into my screen. Because again, people have a habit of pausing things, walking away from systems, and then come back later on and resume play. Sometimes I might not resume play till like the next day because I get caught up in some stuff and come back and go, oh shoot, I left the system on. I got games on pause on my system right now. So that's why I said, yeah, I would wreck those things. And I know I'm good. I know myself and that would wreck it. All right, I'm happy with this. I got this thing all sized up on how we want to do it, so I'm good with that. But yeah. I don't know why Sony put them in there. They shouldn't have put them in there at all, period. That was a bad idea to put them in there because, again, you know, on top of that, the Quest Pro 3. I think they're black. Quest Pro 3. Quest Pro 3. Pro 3s are $900. Those things are no joke. I was curious what those things do. They're $700. Oh, HTV has them too. HTV has them for VR glasses. But I'm gonna get these when I'm in white because I can basically paint them to the color I want to match my case. And there's a difference between the Quest 3S and the Quest 3. Metaverse. I am not visiting that crap at all, period. I might just pop in there. I don't know, I'm curious. I'm probably going to pop in there, look around and see what's going on there. What the heck is going on here? What is going on? We got Batman comes with it. We don't want no freaking Batman. What do we want Batman for? We don't want Batman. I don't even play Batman games. I've never played a Batman game in my life. Oh, what's going on? Oh, too many windows open. That's what it is. I told you, we got a bunch of windows open here. Don't need this right here. Get that out of here. I got to upgrade that to 32 because I open up a lot of windows. I do a lot of research on this machine. And that's what it is. A lot of research on here. Do we need this? No, don't need that. Go with that. Definitely going to upgrade my RAM to 32. Because we actually run a lot of stuff on here. What's this right here? Run on that one right there. I'm going to go back to watching that. We already got the order in for this one. I'm ordering that on the phone. That's right there. You know, we're not going to need these because those have to be invisible. What we got going on here? Oh, and the plexiglass, we already figured out what size we want on Amazon, so we're good with that. There we go. So open up a ton of windows. And then over here, these are the other windows I'm doing research on. These other tabs are open. So yeah, I got a ton of tabs open on research. As a matter of fact, I should be done with all this. Why do I have all this up here anyway? I gotta get rid of all these tabs. I got a ton of tabs open. So it's not just that opening. I got a bunch of tabs in here too already. I'm gonna be searching stuff on there too. Stuff I'm looking at for researching. Then I got this whole thing up here. So I'm actually over my tab limit. And that's why there's not enough memory to open. That's why it keeps crashing like that. So I gotta upgrade that to 32 because I'm gonna need it for this research. Supposed to have to do 34 gigs of RAM if you're doing a ton of research, and that's when I do a ton of research. So this one right over here is like $300. It comes with Batman, which I would never play because I'm not a big Batman fan. See, I don't put bundle stuff in there. I don't want. I don't want it. I don't want it. And we got to get the whole system with the battery pack and all that stuff. Give the matrix the look to it. We got to do a paint job on it so it matches my PC over there. Oh, it's gonna look absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get this thing dismantle, clean this mess up in here because we got a mess in this place right now. Gotta get all this cleaned back to normal. I gotta turn my screen on. I haven't seen my screen in the last couple of days. I've been here working on this and working on that. I haven't turned my projector on. I haven't looked at anything cool on my screen at all, period. I wonder what's going on in there. What is going on in there? So this power system is going to go over to there. And since this system is going to involve the ecosystem, the power system I'm going to put in here is going to be white, so we can at least paint it to whatever color we want it. Alright, so this one. I'll put a tab here so you can stay right here, buddy. Right there. So we'll keep you in place. George. Let's put it there for the time being. We'll take it down once we get ready to glue everything in. Just want to make sure everything stays in its spot for a bit. If not going to glue it in. That's all. That's going to keep that in there like that. Just have it in there nicely, and then just stays in there until we get ready to glue it down. I want to be coating this black. Once we glue everything down, we're getting ready to coat it black. So we can get it, they'll get its case. Alright, can't go anywhere. go. I can't go anywhere. I'll give you an idea what I'm working on. I can build around that in my head and what I need to do to get that all together. Are we out? Yeah, we are out that side. Gee whiz, bird. Seriously? You gotta be... Yeah, you're definitely off. Definitely way off. Gee whiz, man. Oh, my life. I'm off the mark. We're off the mark. We're outside the rim. We don't mind if we tear this, because it has to have some kind of rough texture to it anyway when I paint it. So I don't mind that. Where's the knife at? Where are you at? The bottom? Oh, right here. It's supposed to be right. We have to put it right where it needs to be at. Yeah, that would have happen. Come over here. Yep. It happens. Sorry about that. Let's get you over here. We gotta get this size in just right. It's just where it has to be. I wasn't looking at it, it was crooked. It has to be just the way it has to be. How much time I have? Any power here? No. I'm gonna try to set you guys up without the whatchamacallit. Alright, let's get this where it needs to be at. Because it can't be over past that point right there. That it cannot be. So it has to be here. So whatever comes here has to be here. And it has to fit just right. So that power supply is right there. So let me see. Where is that on? Make sure that's flat right there. Because even if it's just temporarily, it still has to be just so. So you can see how everything has to fit together. And I should have been more careful with that when I did that. To make sure everything fits. Because we need to make sure that duct system's open, because that's behind the back of the motherboard. So that has to fit correctly. Port has to travel from here to here. So this can't cover the port there. So that's going to throw it off. Somebody was saying, well, you know, you got to glue it down anyway. Might as well just change it. No, it has to be. I can see exactly what I'm doing here. In a certain way. Yeah, that's straight. It works much better right there. And it would drove me a little nuts. And even there, where that's going to drop at, the plexiglass is going to have to, the plexiglass is going to have to travel from here to here. That literally is going to have an open panel with the power supply is going to be sticking out of the glass just a little bit. This is going to be permanent. This is not going anywhere. This is going to be set. But technically, I don't need a tube there because we have that there. Probably if we're going to have a little higher, maybe we'll put it there, but no. Wait a minute. You're off, man. You're definitely off. Because you have a tubing at the top. That's why it was off. I was wondering what was done. What the heck did you put in? I definitely did that incorrectly. Hold on, people. Because I'm looking at the spout, the tube's at the top. Where is it right there? See, it's right there. It's not supposed to be there. It's supposed to be over here. So I start marking this stuff. I tell you, this is why we tape everything in before we glue something down. Because again, this has to say one of the most complicated cases I've done. Because man, I had several different errors on this thing when I was actually trying to put this thing together. We have to start marking these parts. That's why I'm putting everything together so I know where everything goes. So that way, we don't have any mix-ups of where this thing is going to and where it's going at. All right, that's all clipped from there. That's not clipped here. All right. I was wondering, like, wait a minute. I know I got the measurements right. Let go. You're supposed to be here. That's where you're supposed to be at. Give me this. Yeah, that's where you're supposed to be at, right there. I knew it. There's no way in the world how I measured this. We should have had plenty of room before it struck that. Plenty of room. That's perfect. I'm gonna put a trim in here, over here, put a trim in there, and that way I can have the power supply partly out of the case and exposed. Because remember, we have a vent here and a vent here on the side. And yeah, that's supposed to come through here and jump through here. I was like, wait a minute, something's off, because we have plenty of room for the fan system right here. All right, now we're cooking with gas. Jeez, go back over that again. I was like, wait a minute, vents in the different direction. Make sure you get this stacked with this. Like I know something was out there. Now we can come in and do the piece work on hold all this together. And this is not holding it. We don't have the case together. This is just to give us an idea where everything has to be at when we assemble this thing, because it's going to be hot glued in, so it's not going to be to go anywhere once we put it in. But make sure where all the pieces go. That's why we're doing it this way. All right, cool. Now that's there. Get this up a little bit. Bring that there. Let's put this up here. That's what I need to do to the other piece. See, I need to rough it up like that so we can get a nice little texture to it. When we paint it in, it has a little rough texture to it. So we got to pick up some Gorilla Tape because that's going to give it a nice texture. There we go. Paint over it, give it a nice little rough edge to it. So now we can go in, seal everything down where it needs to be at. So we got plenty of room here. Well, which one calls power supply right over there. But we got plenty of room right there to put anything we want down. Because the other case would have gave me less than that. Much less than that. This This gives me plenty of room. Yeah, barely sleep when I get back to the home front. Nope. I'm working when I get there. I work all the time, 24/7. Except for Sundays. I start working on Sundays because that's the Lord today. But I work on Saturday unless I'm out with the family, and I don't work. Other than that, I'm working. And I think some people don't understand, like, people here sometimes don't understand, how do I work that much? Well, number one, I don't have family, it's my cat in the day, but I like my work. I like what I do. This is like, when people, I like what they do, this is their life work. This is what they enjoy. That's all they want to do, is just basically do what they like. That's it. That's why people that become archaeologists, they go out there in the middle of the desert somewhere, and they're out there for years and years and years, just digging up all these fossils and stuff. They just find it so fascinating. That's the world. That's what they enjoy. For them to be in like normal civilization with everybody else would kill them. Once in a while, they gotta put on a suit and go to a freaking conference to talk about their find. But they'd rather just have somebody else talk about it. Hey, you talk about that. I'm just a guy who just looks for this stuff in the day, you know. But you know more about it. Yeah, I know. But I'm not really good at them kind of events. I kind of like to be where I'm at. I'm happy here, you know what I mean? Just, you know, that's how they are. If I had like some kind of banquet or showing for my technology, you think I'd be there? No, I wouldn't be there. I'd have somebody go there to represent. That's not my thing at the end of the day. I'd rather be somewhere in a shop working on something new, working on some projector mapping technology, maybe some artificial AI or something like that. That's what I'd rather be at doing. Not at a banquet with a bunch of people at the end of the day. I mean, I understand, I appreciate it and all, but just don't want to be there. It's not my cup of tea. My cup of tea is being in a barn with maybe a big old hoot owl up there, hooting and carrying on and doing this thing, because I don't mind hearing hootie up there. And yeah, that'd be kind of nice up there, having us out up there in a barn with us, working on stuff. So, for me, that's not for me to be in those banquets and all that stuff. That's not my world. That's not the kind of person I am. Matter of fact, when I was talking to the guy when I had the contract over there, they were trying to get us to go over and do some of those events. I was like, no, I'm good. I don't want to go over there. I don't want to be a part of all that. I understand. I can have a picture up there. Yeah, that's the guy right here. And that's basically about it. Other than that, don't want to be there. You know, I could be here doing something else, working on something. When people say, get a life, I do have a life. This is my life. And I love it. I love every minute of it. Every minute. And I'm blessed to be here with the Lord, teaching me all kinds of new stuff, how to put stuff together, how to build stuff. Yeah. See, I love my life. You say, oh, but you're not a man. Well, I'm not a man because I don't have kids at the end of the day, because I don't pay a mortgage and all that stuff. I would never buy a house, not ever. I don't care how much money I make, I'm never buying a house. Never. I'd rather just rent. You buy something, it's not yours. And besides, you can't take it with you, so what's the point? I'd rather just basically just go out and just rent it and be done with it. And then people say, well, you know, rent's cheaper. Mortgage is cheaper. Not today, it ain't. Maybe back then it was. Mortgage was a little cheaper. Not today. Shoot. You gotta be crazy. No. And you sit there and say, well, you know, if you basically, now 200 acres, I'm buying that. I'm definitely gonna buy that. Because I can turn it any way. I don't want anybody building on it. I don't want nobody near it. If I'm renting out to somebody, I'm definitely gonna buy it. It's land at the end of the day. But you never know. You know, a person you rent it from, they might decide at the end of the day they might want to have a developer come over there and build next to you. I don't want that nonsense. So again, I'm buying that. There was a house out there? No, I'm not buying a house. At least I can put it in my will to donate the land to something. Or basically donate the land to make it preserved for the animals on it, then they're not touched or bothered with. That's probably most likely what I'm going to do. I won't probably let anybody build on it. Probably preserve it for the animals. They don't have enough as it is. And keep all 200 acres for them. As a matter of fact, if I found it was more land, I'd buy that too. On top of that, to make sure that was all reserved for the animals. Nobody can't touch it. Anyway. I'm so glad we had this time together. Do 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 do. Man, we built 2 cases a day. Not actually didn't build cases, but almost finished the blueprints on this one right here. At least I got an idea what I'm working with. And I'm going to put all this together. This is going to be interesting. Now this is right on the corner, right directly on the corner right here. Right directly on the corner. Once we go in, it'll be much straighter. That's right on the corner, so it fits right here. So we won't need a pole here at all for the plexiglass. Because this part is going to be open. It's really going to be open here. So we're definitely going to need a pole right there. That's where we're going to need it. We need one right there. Right next to this. So these little poles we're going to put in. They're about run like this big. That's it. They're invisible. So that way you can't see when the glass is against it with a plexiglass. Here and here. Because this right here I'm going to leave exposed. Because I want the power supply to stand out. And then right there we can put the power supply through there and push it out to the other end. Now enough room for our motherboard right here, graphic card here, liquid cooling system of course right there, hard drive right here, and then all the peripherals from our motherboard is going to push into a little box here. It's going to keep everything nice and hidden. Bring it from here and bring it right up here. We're going to have our display right here and power switch right there, and that's it. It's going to be a nice little setup. And yes, we can put in the Thunder ecosystem. We can put in the Thunder ecosystem. It's going to be pretty soft because the top of it's going to be all clear. With that nice tubing system we're going to put in there. Each one of the tubes, like I said, are about 2 inches. About 2 inches like that. So we're going to put a magnetic strip on them so they all click right to the top. I have a bigger display from the top than I would have had from the PC if I purchased it. So I'm going to line all these areas with the rubber tubing so they look real nice. Paint everything in, glue it in so it's nice and tight. And then start to cut in to run the wires and extend it. So we're going to run extenders, all extenders from here over to here. The bottom of this piece, I'm going to cut a part out so I can get access to here and get access to here. To any wiring in here, I want access to all these points right here. And we're going to get some nice jewelry boxes. So we can lift this up a little high. One in the middle, leave one on each side. So this up a little bit and then light it up. And make access points to get in here and here. So we can get code any wires, anything, we can just hook up whatever we need. And soon we will have our full wraparound fishbowl PC. Yeah. This fan system will be underneath this here. This is where it'll be at. So we're going to be putting a hole right here because like I said, this is why it's all taped together. We don't have it finished yet. We'll be putting a slot here so this can slide in and lock into a magnetic system here and here, which will fit perfectly because 120 millimeter, oops, sorry, 120 millimeter will fit here, but it'll be in here. Slot here will allow air to push from here down here because now the motherboard port is closed because of this box right here. So now we have to put the port up here and the port here. So we're going to put in probably our fan sizes. We can put 30mm fans in. We can drop them in here and here with no problem. And here to push air out here and push air out here. Besides, remind you, the system's going to be on a liquid cooling system. So this is not necessary, but why not? Let's have a little fun with it. Push out the air. Or if we don't want to put fans here, we can actually open up a port here to side this piece out. Put 2 ports of fans up here to draw heat out. Either way. We got it. We bought it. And then on this side, over here, fan port, perfectly fitting for the hard drive system to keep it nice and cool. And then in the back, this is the fan port for the liquid cooling system. Make sure I didn't break that. Liquid cooling system right here. That will fit most perfectly in the back. Making it look absolutely glorious. Oh. Yeah, that's what we're going to do with that. So we're going to put a port here. There'll be a port here just like the one you're seeing over there. We'll put a port that sticks out from there. Give that kind of that jet engine look to it. Sorry about that, I bumped you right there. I didn't mean anything by it. And then here, over there, the liquid cooling system's going to hit right there. It's going to be high enough to reach where we need it to reach. Let's get this thing back right. So, right there. As you can see, it's not higher than the box itself over there. So it fits just right there. See that middle piece hits right here? Oopsie. Right there, that middle piece hits right there. Right there. Those two right there. That's where this has to fit. Right there. See? Right in there. Perfectly. Snug as a bug on a rug. And then this right here, the copper block will connect over there. Add in a cooling system. Looking absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Now, this will get ready for this one. Because this one's going to be hooked up over here to my new PC over there. Now, what are we going to do with this machine? Basically, this box set up on next week. We're going to get ready to glue everything down so everything's nice and solid. Everything's nice and tight to the box and all. Put our little legs at the bottom. Get everything set up and paint the thing all black. To get it ready for the next stage of the master artwork. Because we have to turn this all brown into wooden material. So it looks wooden and brown. That's what we have to do to it. Change it. Yes. And that's one of the things I was worrying about the case. The case had to take all the glass off and to paint the inside so it's brown to give it the kind of like that kind of little aged look to it. We can just do it here. But the important thing is to try to get that look more this cardboard's too smooth. It's just too smooth. So what we have to do is we have to give it a kind of rough, torn look to it. And the best way to do that is some Gorilla Tape, wrap it on, and just peel it off and pull off some of that outer layer to give it a kind of a rough texture to it all over it before we paint it. So glorious, people. Glorious. You ever seen Continental Breakfast by Key and Peele? Continental Breakfast. Ever seen that one? Where basically he's eating the breakfast and he starts crying. Like, oh, it's so good. It's so good. That's how it's going to be. I'm going to hook this up. It's so good. It's been one of those moments. I might even cry on camera. It's so good. You're sitting there in front of your screen. This is going to be hilarious. It's got to be a good commercial. Sitting there in front of your screen for the freaking Phoenix. And you're sitting there watching it while eating popcorn. I'm just amazed by how beautiful the colors look at. Spend a lot of money for your projector in a flooded environment. And you're sitting there like, oh my goodness. It's so good. Start laughing at first and all of a sudden you just start crying and food's falling out of your mouth. Like, it's so good. It's so good. That's how you're going to be when you look at that screen. You're like, oh, honey, what's wrong? Like, it's just tears of joy. Yeah, you finally got what your projector was meant to do. You finally see what your projector was meant to do. Sit down and wash out screens all day long. When we get done, we gotta get this screen over here done. Get it finished. This screen's actually gonna be painted. This baby right here, it's gonna be done. The big boy, the blue technology, the next stage of the next stage. And the haters gonna come see that. You're gonna hate on that. When I finish the PCs, you're gonna hate on that. When I finish Ice Blue over there, you're gonna hate on that. You put the Halo systems in, you're gonna hate on that. When we finish that, you're gonna hate on that. We're used to it. We're used to hating on it. Everything, hate on everything we do. That's good. That's good. That's good. You have acknowledged the pecking order. So I expect for you to be hating on my stuff. When you see that new Phoenix technology, you're gonna fear that, but you're gonna hate on it. You're like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Why? Why does he develop such amazing technology? Why? Why don't you just buy one of my screens, paint it in, cry for like 9 days, and then basically get back with me? Calling me out. I think that guy may have my screen. I think he may have my screen. I think he has my screen. I think he's in there crying to me because he has no way to express. He's angry, and you know, he likes my stuff, but he's angry at me at the same time because I made him like my stuff. You know, he went and bought it, painted it up, tears came shooting down his face, the whole 9 yards. You know what I mean? You know, that Chris Brown ugly cry. I mean, that real ugly cry. You know what I mean? Yelling and screaming. You know what I mean? That cry. I think he has my stuff, and I think he has this kind of like hatred for me, but he loves my product. He does. So he's confused. He's caught in between that gray and black area. He doesn't know what to do. You know what I mean? So the only way he knows how to basically deal with his emotional upset and multiple split personality complex disorder is basically to call my phone up every day around 8 o'clock and just rant to me about random stuff that, again, we don't even care about, but it's just hilarious. If you read some of that stuff, it's hilarious. I think that's what it is. The only way that he can basically justify that having my product and dealing with the fact that it's that good is to just rant to me. That's it. And sooner or later, you're going to find this guy at the back of a 7-Eleven with a tinfoil hat, rocking back and forth, going, it can't be that good. It can't be that good. You understand? Watch back there, rocking back and forth with a shopping cart full of freaking Beanie Babies. Yep. Right there, lost his mind. Yeah, lost his mind. He went against his conviction. And I think a lot of your I've met a couple of your customers contacted me, wanting better products. You know? But anyway, that's what's going to happen to him. They just, when you have to rocking back and forth, talking about, it's not supposed to be that good. It's not supposed to be that good. That's really going to be him back there. With a for a hat on. He got the hat on because he thinks I can read his mind. No, buddy, I can't read your mind, so I'm expecting you, before we change that number, I'm expecting for you to call again. He don't even pick up the phone. He hangs the phone up right away like a little girl. Like a little girl with a crush, he hangs the phone up right away. Like, oh my goodness, he almost picked up the phone. He almost picked up the phone. I'm pretty sure, and not to be rude here, but for some reason, I just see you sitting up there with footy pajamas on and pigtails, like writing in your diary about how much you like my screen. I'm sorry, I had to say it. It was just hilarious. This guy calls me like every day he calls me like crying to me. Like, I think at one point, I think he's like attached or something at the end of the day. Don't go stalking me, dude. You don't want to meet me face to face. I'm just going to explain to you that at the end of the day. I'm a nice person. I try to be nice to people at the end of the day. But you cross that line, I'm going to use it on you. So again, don't get no stalking vibes or whatever whatsoever. You're not going to like me if you meet me on that level. I ain't trying to be rude or disrespectful. I'm not saying the biggest bad person on the face of the planet because I'm far from it. But I'm trained very well. So I'm just going to say at the end of the day that I handle my business. Just don't want to see me handle my business and you cross your face at the end of the day. So you're going to keep your weird, stalky stuff over there. Because it just calls me with the creepiest stuff. They'll call me like, hey, Mr. Bird, how you doing today? Just want to know everything that's going on. You know, what's wrong? You're weird, man. You're really freaking weird. You're a weird guy. I better care about saying stuff like that because this guy probably looks up to me now like some kind of father figure idol at the end of the day. He probably does. He probably said, oh my goodness, he broke my heart. And I don't want him to do anything crazy to himself. So you got to be careful about that. People sometimes have mental illnesses at the end of the day. You can say something that can make them throw them over the edge. I'm with this guy jumping off a bridge or anything, doing something weird at the end of the day. So you just need to get some help, man. You really need to seek some help. All jokes aside, you need to seek some help. I don't know, go see a psychiatrist, get on some medication, or something. There's something ain't right with you. When we ever catch you, and chances are we probably will, I'm gonna suggest you get a 302 from the door. I'm gonna show the judge all the stuff you've been sending to me and the weird stuff you've been saying to us. I'm gonna suggest you be 302. As you need psychiatric evaluation badly. You're not mentally well. Mine is one of Jamie's followers. That tells you how jacked up his followers were. Not saying all of them. No, I'm saying no. I've met some of them actually pretty cool. As a matter of fact, one of them actually sent us that product out. That Cinemax. He sent it out. He sent his own out to us. So he was pretty nice in the day. So I'm not saying all of them are like that. They're not. So he got some of the ones, most of the ones he has to hang around him, they're freaking weird. Weird. Oh, man. Creepy. I'm so glad we have this time together. What hard drive is this? 250 gigabyte. Jeez. Is there an operating system on this? Probably is an operating system on this. 250 gigabytes. I remember at one point 250 gigabyte was massive, man. If you had 250 on your system, that was massive amount of memory. Why you got 250? That's insane. Why would you have 250 gigabytes? For every form of hardware, there's literally a conversation about why would you have that on your PC, but that's way too powerful. I imagine somebody said 250 gigs. Remember 8-bit graphic cards. That's really old. Oh, 8-bit graphic cards? Man. 8-bit graphic cards. 8-bit graphic cards. Wow. Yes, I might build me an old PC hookup. Not enough memory on this page. See right here? I upgrade it to I gotta get rid of those tabs and upgrade it to the 32. So this is what comes up. It tells you, says you don't have enough memory on this pad to open up this page. So that means I got way too many tabs to open up. I gotta go back and figure out all these tabs I got in here and get rid of them because I did the research on that stuff already. So I gotta drop some tabs. I got a lot of tabs in here, and that allows me to give me access to the page. And if you get that, that's what it stands for. Your RAM is not high enough. You need more RAM. More RAM. And we got 16 on there. So 16, yeah, is good for gaming. But if you're doing like some serious freaking research and working at the end of the day, it's not enough. You need 32. Pages just require too much. So we ain't doing the quest here anymore. And we ain't doing this anymore. And we can drop this right here. We're good on that. Got the information on that one. Got on that one already. See, that's it. Then people are like, oh, I got a virus and my system crashed. Like, no, I would literally come to people's houses and everything just system crashed. They had a virus or something. And I was like, no, you need more RAM. You need more RAM. That's all. That's basically about it. It literally saying, I'll tell you exactly why you're having the problem. Well, you know, people they get worried. They think they got a virus. Like, nah, you ain't got a virus. You need more RAM. Going to upgrade their first. Look at their motherboard and see it. Basically, we can add it to it. We can. We basically upgrade it from there. But 8-bit graphic card. 8-bit graphic card right there, baby. 8-bit. We gotta build me an old PC. I want to build me an old PC. Hook up 56K to it. I literally would get a PC and hook up 56K. You know what I miss? AOL. I miss AOL. That was amazing, man. You get online with AOL, you got mail. Let me see if AOL still exists. Does AOL still exist? Yes, it still exists. Oh, shoot. We've got to take a blast to the past. Can I get it in 56K? We gotta go back. Wait. I forgot. Wait a minute. I'm doing Wi-Fi in here. I'm going to hook up a landline. I think it's a landline out in here somewhere. There is one. There's a landline outlet in this baby. Oh, heck yeah, we got to hook this up. Definitely. You got mail. Definitely got to do this. We're going to build an old PC, and we're going to hook up AOL on it, and we're going to put 56K on it. It still does exist. Let me see. AOL browser disk is for 56K. Oh, man. The dial up. Man, you knew you was in when you seen that little man start running. You knew when they have the guy starts running really fast here, and he just jumps across. But man, when you hit that right there, you knew he was about to be in. That jumped in like he was online. Man, that's man, you never forget that sound. Windows, what humans do. Windows, a song called What Humans Do.
So, what are you gonna ask the wizard for, Pixel? Well, I'm not sure he's such a... Oh.
If you were basically around Windows XP, you knew this song. It's the first song you heard when you opened up your Windows and you went through your whole media player and you saw this free music, and this music was on it right here. I heard this 1,000 times. I used to test when I used to go work on people's PCs, and we'd run the operating system. Sometimes the operating systems would wipe the original drivers before you had the whole, drivers would automatically upload. You basically had to load the drivers in. You had to go to the website, find the drivers, load them all in one by one. And then basically if I was testing someone's sound card, I would play this. Of course, give me a commercial within a commercial. And in the comments, remember I told you, Windows XP, right there. When you installed Windows XP, you would find this gem. Yep. Windows Media Player, so those of you remember that. And I remember this is one of the songs I first heard when I first built my first PC. A lot of memories, man. Every time I loaded Windows XP, I would test the sound cards, make everything was running. That song would play. I played a sample song right there. Yep, every installment I did, I played that song in the background to make sure I could test the sound card. Because usually, when you put a new operating system in, the sound card and the modem be the first drivers to freaking drop. So you either had to go in and try to figure out exactly where they're at, or basically just go over to the website and just download the modems. The best easy ones were to use were Dell's. Dell's, you could find the freaking the drivers for that stuff anywhere. They're easy. Sony's were freaking pain in the butt to get around. I hated doing Sony freaking drivers so much, it's not even funny. And HP, all them, they were easy to do. Dell's were all easy to do. Find your drivers for that. Now today you plug something in, Windows says automatically just puts in there. No reason at all. You're good to go. Back then that wasn't so. You had to find them drivers. All right, people. I gotta go. Got done finishing this. 6:17. I'm going out early. I'm gonna lay on my sofa. Enjoy my giant screen. That's the only thing I put in there. I got a giant freaking sofa I put in there for freaking Cyberpunk, and giant screen I put in. Yep. I'm gonna sit there and watch some TV. Probably most likely Cheers or something like that. Or Animal House. Definitely gotta watch Animal. Hey Taco, we're gonna watch Animal House. Where's he at anyway? Over there. Okay. See y'all tomorrow. Gotta go, and God bless.